All right, welcome once again to Sin Bin Stream. Today we have the Green Bay Packers at the Cleveland Browns, followed by the Mercury at Lynx at 4 in game one of their semifinal series. And also tonight, Sunday Night Football, Chiefs at Giants. Hope you can join us for those as well. I'm doing this off of Fox, 32 in the Chicago area, so shouldn't be behind. How do I bring up the chat on my phone? I don't know what's going on. Let me check the audio. All right, should be good. Fox jamming in one more commercial. We'll keep an eye on Red Zone, and I can flip over to the Vikings game as well. Have that game locally too. All right, now I got the chat. Just keeping an eye on my phone. Need my tablet for Red Zone. All right, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Should be kicking off in a matter of a minute or two. The Browns have somebody smashing a guitar on Hanford Dixon and Frank Minifield, former Browns quarterback, smashing a guitar against, I guess, the speaker. It looks like we are just about set to kick off. All right. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a great weekend. Zach Tom ready for the Packers. And also Tucker Kraft, who had a knee injury scare in practice and didn't practice Friday. So hopefully he's not going to have any ill effects from that as well. All right, McManus kicks it off. It's taken and the goal line and returned up the far numbers past the 20, 25, taken down at about the 26 with 14:56 to go. Hang on, I gotta mute something here. Thank you. All right, that's muted. That's good. All right, Flacco, 1st and 10 from his own 26-yard line. Under center, motions a receiver from the far side to the near side. 3 seconds on the play clock. Snap, handoff, up the middle, gain past the 30, out near the 35-yard line, about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down, bringing up 2nd and short for the Browns. We'll put 3. We'll see what they have. Let's see what we got. Okay, come on. How do they not have live stats yet? All right, there we go. Come on. Oh my gosh. There we go. All they have is the kickoff. All right, let's get the box score going off of ESPN as well. All right, snap, back to throw. Caught for a first down, knocked out of bounds. That's number 19 on the catch. 14:10 to go. We had a 69-yard kickoff already. And I missed where it was. Oh, yeah, let me get the scores up at the top of the screen. Totally forgot about that. Hopefully you can see that. Track the other games you're interested in. All right, 13:45 to go. 1st and 10 for the Browns. Another handoff. This one goes for about 2 or 3, it'll be second and long. I'm going to say 8. We'll see what Fox puts. Just making sure that works. All right, let's check the live play-by-play. So it's a run by Judkins and then a catch by Tillman. And then, all right, back to pass. Looking on 2nd and 7. Dumps it off to the back. Near numbers. Or no, that's a tight end. Tackled near the 50. Going to be probably less than a yard short. Bringing up 3rd and 1. As Browns head coach and offensive coordinator. Is that what? Kevin Stefanski? 3rd and 1. We got an injured Browns lineman. He got hit low by Bullard, and oof, looks like a hyperextended right knee. He got hit in the thigh by Bullard trying to fight through the block. We got a more 32-yard interception return for a touchdown for the Colts. So rough start in Tennessee for the number one overall pick, Cam Ward. Washington on a handoff up the middle against the Raiders. They'll have a 2nd and goal. Stafford back to pass. Picked off by the Eagles. Bond at 13-28. A matchup of two 2-0 teams. All right, do we have all the games up there? Let me double check on my phone. I know it's gonna be difficult to see on the phone. Yeah, I don't want to maneuver any of this around. Let me just, you know what? Let me check my other browser. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think there's 11 games going. Marcus Mariota touchdown. Must have been a keeper. 6-0 Washington. All right. Here's the replay. He was back to pass and then just took off and dove for the end zone. So 6-0 Washington. Patriots wearing their throwbacks, red jerseys and the old helmet. Oh, and they fumbled to the Steelers. Fumble return in progress, at least on red zone. Slay, the fumble recovery. Yeah, he didn't get much of a return. Yeah, they've got the old Patriot in the 3-point stands, the center ready to snap the ball. So they're wearing those. They haven't had, those haven't been their regular uniforms since sometime before 96 because they already had the new ones when they played the Packers for the Super Bowl that year. Mooney with a 16-yard catch in that Falcons game. Thielen got one hand on a ball in the end zone. And DeWard Jones, number 79, was taken to the blue medical tent. 12:40 to go. Handoff up the middle. Looks like they got at least a yard for the first down. 1st and 10 coming up for the Browns. Just inside Packers territory. 12:24 to go. First quarter. Browns wearing their all-brown unis. Brown helmet, brown jersey, brown pants, orange numbers, orange striping. Yeah, Kevin Stefanski, 6th season as Browns head coach. Of course, their offensive coordinator. Yeah, very little white, except for their towels, gloves, and shoes. Everything else is brown with a little bit of orange for the Browns. Back to pass, looking, hit as he throws, incomplete over the middle. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. The edge rushers got home immediately for the Packers. No score, still opening drive for the Browns. Looks like Enigbare was the second man there. Oh, LVN, Lucas Van Ness had him around the waist, but Flacco stood tall and got rid of the ball. Excuse me. All right, 11:52 to go. First quarter. From just inside the Packers 50, they got to get, or midfield in Packer territory, they got to get just inside the 40 for a first down. Handoff up the middle. Gets about 4 yards. That'll be 3rd and 6 coming up for Cleveland. Unless they give them 5 and they call this 3rd and 5. 11:36 to go. First quarter. Yeah, we'll take a look at the ESPN scoreboard in a minute. Pretty sure it would just be 11 games. We had one Friday, or I'm sorry, Thursday. That'd be 12. Just one Monday and one Sunday night. So 13, 14, and probably a couple at 3. That sounds about right. In shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. Handoff up the middle. Gets maybe 2 yards. It'll be a 4th and 4 coming up at the 44-yard line. Packer territory for the Browns, still on their opening drive. Oh, the Buccaneers are wearing their throwbacks, the old Bucko Bruce, the creamsicles. Although they're in all white, so it's just the creamsicle helmet. All right, the punting unit has been sent on for the Browns on 4th down. Oh, they did call it 4th and 5. My bad. 10:37 to go, first quarter. That's Corey Bojorquez back to kick it away. He was a Packer punter for a season. Hits at the 3 and goes into the end zone for a touchback at the 20. 1st and 10 coming up for Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense after a break. 1st and goal for, I think, the Steelers after that fumble by the Patriots. Yeah. We'll put the scoreboard up real quick, and then I'll do a link to the box score. Flacco 2 for 3, 13 yards. Judkins with 4 carries for 15. Sampson 1 for 2. Tillman the catch for 7 yards. Njoku 1 for 6. Judkins a target. No turnovers yet. No sacks or tackles for losses for the Packer defense. Corey Bojorquez with the punter with the 44-yard kick. It was a touchback, though. All right, we got 4 box here in red zone early. A lot to watch. Eagles 1st and goal. Steelers 3rd and goal. Tampa 4th and 4 now. Or Jets 4th and 4, I apologize. Raiders down 7-0. 2nd and 9 from the 14. And the Jets are going to line up for a field goal. Oh, no worries, Mac. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate you. Yeah, I understand. I got to watch my team. I got to watch the Packers. Got to save my voice and no bonus coverage. But we will have Mercury links later. And for viewing, I know ABC has that Fever Aces. Asia Wilson, the MVP. At least by the writers. Ooh, an incomplete for in the end zone for the Raiders. It was that tight end, Brock Bowers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have 9 games in progress then, and then 4 at 3:05 and 3:25, 2 each. Okay, so not 11. All right, so we're good with the cross. All right, Jordan Love back to pass. Throws complete to Golden near sideline out near the 29. I think they'll mark it at the 28. 2nd and 2 coming up for Green Bay. And I didn't start the clock, so I'm going to have to catch up here. Apologies for that. Oh, no, we got an injured Packer. They do say 2nd and 1 on Fox. Who is it? Might be a lineman. Looks like the Eagles just got a touchdown. Oh, no. Who is this? I may have to listen in. Nope, they went to commercial. I never saw the clock either. Awesome. All right, we'll check ESPN. They say 2nd and 2, 10:26. So it's either 2nd and 1 or 2nd and 2. We'll see. They still don't have the play for the Packers. Why? Field goal is good by the Raiders. So they're down 7-3 in Washington. Field goal by the Falcons, and he just sliced it right. He made it was like a curveball or a screwball or a backdoor slider, and Romo missed a 49-yard field. They finally cut Younghoe Koo. They were going with this Romo guy, and he just missed one. Titans get a field goal, so they're down 7-3 to the Colts. Sly, a 57-yard field goal. We had a tush push by the Eagles for that Hurts touchdown, or the brotherly shove, if you prefer. Yeah, they want to keep an eye on the false starts on that play, apparently now, finally. So now they're lining up for the extra point. Texans Jaguars no score. The incomplete for the Texans, and they'll have 4th down coming up. Probably going to have to send the punting unit on. They're not quite deep enough into Jags territory. Yeah, it looked like there might have been a false start on that Eagles tush push. Nobody wanted. They didn't quite get enough votes to ban it. Should have. Oh, they lined up. I don't know what's going on. I thought they had the touchdown. I don't know why they were going backwards in the review. Incomplete Bengals. They're trailing 7-0. All right, Jordan Morgan in. So it was a lineman hurt. It is 2nd and 2. Fox was wrong. And Love is sacked back at about the 20, so they'll have a 3rd and 10. Interior line blown up. I'm assuming Myles Garrett was in. All right, 9:52 now. Oh, great. It was Zach Tom, the right tackle, getting injured. They tried to put Jordan Morgan at right tackle, but it wasn't. Elton Jenkins, the center, was beaten badly on that play. All right. Actually, they say 3rd and 7. They didn't mark it at the 20 like I initially thought. Back to pass. Love, under pressure, throws it at Josh Jacobs' feet with 9:21 to go. And Brandon McManus and the rest of the punting unit. Not Brandon McManus, sorry. Daniel Whelan and the rest of the punting unit will come out. Quick 3 and out by Green Bay. Horrible start to the game for the Packers, especially with Tom getting injured. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. He was questionable, and he's a go, and Kraft with that knee injury was good to go, but they can't afford to be without Tom. Move up. Kick is away. High and deep. Fair caught at about the 21-yard line for the Browns. Well, they'll have 1st and 10. All right, Browns with their 2nd possession. 9:14 to go. 1st quarter. As we get a shot at Jeff Hafley, the defensive coordinator. All right, defense. Offense needs your help desperately here. Looks like a touchdown, Panthers. Young on a carry. Or from their 21, shotgun, back to throw, over the middle, 85 on the catch. And he gets a 1st down, but hold on, we have a flag at 9:07. We'll see what that's about. Let me listen in. Holding on the Browns, so scratch that catch. They have a 1st and 20. Lucas, number 71, on the hold. He was up against Micah Parsons, grabbed him by the right armpit, then grabbed him from behind as Parsons was getting closer to Flacco. All right, clock rolling, 9:02 to go. First quarter. 1st and 20 for the Browns. Back at their own at 11. In shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. Make it 3. It's like a wide receiver screen. Caught. And maybe no gain. Maybe a loss of a half a yard. 2nd and long coming up. Good coverage by Nate Hobbs, number 21. Let me get the numbers. Let's see for the Browns. So I got to remember Njoku is 85. Tillman 19. Judkins 10. That was Isaiah Bond on the catch. Yeah, they gave him -1. So 2nd and 21 coming up. Shotgun, back to pass. Flacco at the 3. Throws over the middle. Caught at the 27-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd and short. About a 3rd and 4 for the Browns. Good chunk of yardage they picked up on 3rd down. Oh, I guess the Eagles did just score. They must have had that Hurts tush-push touchdown called back upon review or something. But now they get it. 3rd and 4 in shotgun, a bunched formation to the near side. Now, shotgun back to pass, looking, throws over the middle, but short, depending on the spot. It should be 4th and inches, but we may need a Hawkeye measurement here. Yes, go Pack go, as Sin Bin Admin said. All right, well, let's see what they call. Parsons hit Flacco just after he released it. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, he wrapped him up. Took maybe a step. Oh, they do. Oh, I guess it was incomplete. I thought he caught it. I guess that was incomplete. Or Fox forgot to fix the down and distance. Caught by Golden on the return. He gets it out to maybe the 37 after the punter kicked it away. All right, come on, show the time. Come on, Fox. Stop dumping out of the game before you've shown the time. 7:16. Great. I don't think that's right. All right, I guess it is 7:16. No, it's 6:44 according to NFL.com. Yeah, ESPN is behind. Bajorquez, a 40-yard kick. All right, 1st and 10, Green Bay. And the time, again, is 7. Now they say 7:16. I'm looking at the wrong game. I was looking at Atlanta, Carolina. My bad. So I let the clock roll too long. Yeah, I think they marked that as incomplete then. Let me double check the play-by-play. That's why I got messed up. It looked like a catch. Yeah, incomplete to Fannin. Okay, I was wrong. I thought he caught it. I must not have been paying attention. My bad. Yeah, hello, Mac. Thanks for joining. Thanks for chatting. And Simbin admin. Yep, go Pack, go. All right, yeah. Quick reminder. We will have Mercury at Lynx at 4. That game, I think, is on ESPN. Enjoy Fever Aces. That is on ABC. I understand. I'm just watching my team. Packers are my favorite team of all time. So might as well stream it while I'm watching it. And we will have Mercury at Lynx. Then we'll have the nightcap, Chiefs at Giants. Tomorrow night, Lions, Ravens. Tuesday night, Game 2, doubleheader, WNBA. Wednesday is an off day. Seahawks, Cardinals, Thursday. Friday, we'll have the Game 3 doubleheader. If necessary, game 4s would be on Wednesday. I'm sorry, not Wednesday. Sunday. So next Saturday, an off day. We'll have Tecmo Super Bowl on any off days releases. All right, Packers in the huddle. Offense really needs to get going. Can't keep. Gotta do something better than a 3 and out. We need to get some first downs and get points on this drive. Shotgun, fake the handoff, but hands it to Jacobs for maybe a gain of a half a yard. I guess they'll technically call it 2nd and 9, but he really didn't even get a yard. Yeah, so Jordan Morgan in for Zach Tom. Zach Tom got hurt on the first or second play of the game, which is not good for the Packers. Good thing we have some O-line depth, but 6:45 to go, first quarter. Shotgun, fake to Jacobs, pass to Golden in the right flat, taken out to about the 44-yard line where the Packers will have a 3rd and 2 coming up. No score between the Texans and Jags, but it looks like Texans just had a DPI in the end zone, so 1st and goal. Jets are up 3-0 on the Bucks in Tampa. And Jim Schwartz is the Browns defensive coordinator. Former Lions head coach eons ago. All right, 6:05 to go. First quarter, huge. 3rd and now they're saying 3. Shotgun, back to pass. Throws right, caught by Josh Jacobs out of bounds, and the Packers have their first down of the game. Get the defense a breather because I think it's a hot one in Cleveland today. I thought I saw it was like 83. Jacobs just caught it before the defender, number 5, closed. Looks like the Jags just got a touchdown at home against the Texans. Running back Tootin, I think, number 33. All right, 1st and 10, 5:29. Oh, I got to slow the clock down a little bit. Shotgun, toss to Jacobs, right side, outside the numbers, taken inside Browns territory for about 7 or 8 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 2, maybe 3 yards, we'll see. 5:10 to go, first quarter. Yeah, they do say 2nd and 3, so give Josh a gain of 3 there. Under 5, first quarter. Vikings up 7-0 over the Bengals. Bengals at the Vikings 30. 2nd and 9. And they throw an interception. Awesome. In shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. Jacobs in the backfield. Wicks motions to the near side and either delay a game or the Packers burned a timeout. Packers burned a timeout at 4:37. Clock was the play clock was just about set to expire. So Green Bay has 2 timeouts remaining in this scoreless first half, first quarter still. All right. So side by side, a quick commercial break as we get to see this ridiculous Little Caesars ad they got going. Shotgun to Hurts, and he gets sacked inside their own 15. All right, 2nd and 3, Green Bay. In Browns territory. Best drive, second drive. They had a 3 and out on their first drive. Packers had to burn a timeout to avoid a delay of game penalty. 2nd and 3 from the Browns territory. Shotgun, direct snap. That is Savion Williams, who gets tackled out of bounds short of the first down. They stop the clock at 4:31 until they mark it. Now it's in play, rolling again. So it should be about a 3rd and 1. We'll see what they mark it as. 4:19 in the first quarter. All right, big decision here. For 3rd and 1, got to think they might go for it even if they don't pick it up. Not send McManus out. Handoff up the middle. Jacobs has it with ease. Inside the 40. Gain of about 5. 1st and 10. Green Bay. Packers in their white. Going right to left. They're in a hurry-up offense to try and get a delay a game. Or no, try to get too many men on the field. And the ref steps in front of Love. Love furious at 3:46. Yeah, they've really all but eliminated free plays by taking way too long on substitutions by the defense. I think maybe the Browns got a timeout to avoid a So no timeout. Packers simulated a substitution and they should have held or shouldn't have held. I don't know. This is ridiculous. I don't know what that means, but 1st and 10 Green Bay in Browns territory. They halted the efforts of the Packers to catch the Browns napping and pick up an easy 5 yards for 12 men on the field. 3:40 to go. Malik Heath in motion, number 18, out to the far side. Handoff Jacobs, where Heath was. He takes it inside the 40, inside the 35. That's probably a gain of more than 5 or 6, bringing up 2nd down. See what they call. And we got Pereira explaining it, I guess. I don't understand. They tried to explain it. Falcons missed another field goal. I think that's already 2 today. They might want to dial up Younghoe Koo again. Throw to the right side. Golden juggled it and caught it. But it's not enough for the 1st down. The Packers have about a 3rd and 3. They got about half of it there. Love to Golden near sideline. Tough catch. Below his knees. He secured it and then stepped out. I don't know. Is it worth challenging? Probably not. It's still a 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 versus 3rd and 6 if they called it incomplete. Jets and Bucks tied at 3 and late in the 1st quarter. All right, in shotgun, 2 receivers to the top. Fake the handoff. Throws left. Caught by Dobbs. 1st down, Green Bay at the Browns, about 21-yard line. 1st down. Again, they're going right to left. This is my left. I know it looks wrong on the camera. I mean, I'm seeing the reverse. All right, 1:43. Oh, I got to slow the clock down. Apologies. 1:36 to go. Golden in motion. Handoff Jacobs near side. Takes it just outside the hash. Inside the 20. Give him a gain of 2 or 3. We'll see what they say. I'm going to say 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 7. That was a 9-yard catch by Dobbs to get the 1st down, by the way. I don't know why my display is still grayed out. Like, this is completely white there. I don't know. All right, they gave him a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 from the 20. Packers got to get to the 12. Handoff to Jacobs up the right hash mark. Down to the 16 where the Packers will have a 3rd and 4. So about a gain of 4. Under a minute, 1st quarter. Packers will have to take one more snap. They cannot take this down to the end of the 1st quarter. Boy, Red Zone's not even that far behind over-the-air antenna TV. I just got to look. I was like maybe 12 seconds. That's amazing. From the Browns, 16, the right hash mark, 3 receivers to the near side. Shotgun in. Nope, Packers, I think, had a false start at 7 seconds. Gosh darn it. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. Jordan Morgan, the replacement right tackle, number 77, is the guilty party. Unless it was Tucker Kraft. Nope, it was Morgan. All right, 3rd and 9. Now, do they have to snap this, or is the clock stopped at 7 seconds, or is it back in play? Nope, that's the end of the first quarter. No score in Cleveland. Packers with a big 3rd and 9 coming up. All right, let's reset the clock because that will be an issue if I don't take care of it right away. Packers will be going left to right this half. 14-0 Vikings. Bad news for other teams in the Central. I'm sorry, that's the old division in the NFC North. Oh boy, had a 20-plus year flashback there, I guess. More than 20, probably. All right, let's just get the other scores, shall we? 7-0 Carolina. Under 3 minutes in the first quarter. Carolina with the ball. Jacksonville up 7-0 with the ball. Under 30 seconds first quarter. Just under 4 minutes. 14-0 Vikings and the ball. 7-0 Pittsburgh. Just about to start the second quarter in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Rams up 10-7 in Philly. 1:20 in the first. 3-3 Jets Bucks. Just about to start the second. Indy up 10-3 in Tennessee, under 4 in the first. Commanders up 7-3 at home over the Raiders, 2:09, and that's it. Those are the, I think, 9 games going right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Here, we can slot. No, I'd have to. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, they're all up there. Yeah, I have Red Zone up as well. I do enjoy it. I don't know why I didn't do it first couple weeks. Well, no, first week. Yeah, the Packers were at 325. All right, shotgun, back to pass, thrown but dropped. May have been knocked away from Wicks. 14:57, so I think McManus will be sent out to try a field goal here. 4th and 9. That false start really hurt. They may have considered going for it if it was 4th and 4. Love had to get rid of it. Yeah, well played by the DB. Actually, it hit him in the helmet. He never looked, and he had a hand on, that's Ward, I think, number 21. All right, McManus out for a 39-yard attempt. Wheeling the punter, the holder, the snap, the kick. It's right down the middle and good. And Green Bay takes a 3-0 lead with 14:53 to go in the second quarter. We will take that, especially after that brutal 3-and-out to start the game for Green Bay. So the Packers will kick off when we get back from a break. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday and enjoying NFL football. Yeah, Red Zone's really good, especially for the noon hour and the less games, so you get to see more of them in the 3 o'clock hour. So there are 4 today, 2 at 3:05, 2 at 3:25, so it should be good. Yeah. I do enjoy my NFL Plus Premium. subscription. That's how I get Red Zone. And that way I don't have to pay for any games on like Netflix. You know, you get primetime games and holiday, games, or anything on NFL Network as well, like those international games at 8:30 Central in the morning. All right, kick by McManus is taken and downed in the end zone. 1st and 10 at the 35. Coming up for Joe Flacco and the Browns offense on their, I think their 3rd possession. And they had to send the punting unit on for the first 2. As we get a look at Otto Graham, number 14, on the Browns facade. Wow, they need to clean that. There's like spills all above his last name of Graham. All right, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. Flacco, the handoff, number 10. Up near the 40. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6 or 5.5. See what they call it or mark it as. Stafford on a moon ball to Devontae Adams, and they take the 10-7 lead. Yeah, that happened earlier. End of the first quarter. Rams leading in Philly. Wouldn't mind that at all. All right, it is 2nd and 6, 14:22 to go. Under center. Trying to motion a receiver. Nope, now one comes in motion. Hands it to the deep back. Number 10 again. Pushes out near the 43. Should be about a 3rd and 2. After a gain of 4. Under 14 to go. Second quarter. That was Judkins on the carry. The first 2 carries. Judkins has 6 carries for 23 yards for the Browns. Excuse me. 3rd and 2, under center. Fakes a handoff. Throws to the right flat. Caught Nixon with the tackle, but first down. Believe in Packer territory. We'll get the yard line in a second here. 1st and 10, Browns. Oops, got to slow down the clock a little bit, though. Yeah, I think he went out of bounds. That's why they briefly stopped it. Number 19 on the catch. That is, of course, Cedric Tillman. 2 passes caught for 16 yards. Gain of 9, probably on that last one. 1st and 10 at the Packer 48-yard line. Handoff. Left side, near the numbers. Tackled back at the 50 by McDuffie. So 2nd and 12. Good run stuff. Packers just kept pushing that one out further and further to the sideline, and were there to stuff the run. Yeah, he definitely got down maybe just near the 50. Oh, flea flicker. Flacco throws it to number 44, and that's a gain all the way to near the Packer 45. Fox was late to get back on that. It's got to be at least 3rd and 7, I would say. If they got to the 45? Yeah, I'd say it's at least 3rd and 7. They may say 3rd and 6. He had a receiver over the middle wide open, too. He just missed him. It is 3rd and 7. 11:54 to go. Far hash mark. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 splits out further wide. A back in shotgun with him. Back to pass. Looking. Pressure. Gets there. Throws it away. Right side. That should be grounding. He was in the pocket. I think they're going to call grounding, but the Packers will just take the sack. Uh-oh. All right, they're talking it over. Might be offsetting penalties. Intentional groundings and then illegal contact by Williams, the safety. So it will be 3rd and 7, so no play. Gosh, darn it, Evan Williams. You wiped out a sack or maybe not a sack, but, you know, intentional grounding. Yeah, I don't know why I was saying they would take the sack. They would have to take the intent. Yep, Williams grabbed him at the 40. Not a good penalty. All right. Browns are making a late sub, and they only have, where's the play clock? 22 seconds. All right, they got time. So the Packers should be allowed to substitute. Yeah, you got to get in and out of that huddle the way they hold for substitutions for the defense. It's really difficult to get the hurry-up offense when you make subs. 2 receivers each side, empty backfield. Back to pass, sacked. Inside Browns territory. Who got there? Looks like it's Rashawn Gary. Woohoo. Go Pack go. 4th and long. Looked to be about a loss of 10. We'll see what they spot it as, and they'll send their punting unit on. And I forgot to start the clock. Gary just around the right tackle. Barely got a hand on him and then dragged him down. So Bojorquez is on to kick it away. It's 4th and 14. They're in their own territory. 11:01 at the snap. Kick is away. Hits at the 10 and return from the 6 out of bounds at about the 12 by Golden. 10:52 to go. Yeah, Gary got the sack. Looked like maybe Parsons was there as well, but yeah, it's definitely just Gary on the sack. Oh, I see. It's even darker gray when I do that. For me, this is like white. It matches. Yeah, I don't know why it's so dark. I'll have to work on that. All right, Green Bay 1st and 10, deep in their own territory, but the defense shows some signs of life as they finally get a sack. Yes, as Sinbin Admin's been alluding to, please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Welcome if you're a new member. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. If so, consider hitting like or subscribe or subscribe. Doing one or both helps with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and helps with growing the channel, and I thank you so much for your support. And just a reminder of what's coming up later today and the next 5 days as well. Touchdown Bucks at home in Tampa it was Evans, of course. Mike Evans for a short touchdown catch. So they're up 9-6 pending the extra point. 11:15 to go, second quarter. Yeah, still 14-0. They're just starting the second quarter in Minnesota. 14-0 Steelers over the Patriots. Keeper by the quarterback, whose name is escaping me at the moment. Hey, thank you so much. We got 9 likes. I do appreciate you supporting the channel. All right, I'll keep an eye on the internet. So far, so good. We'll see when we do WNBA off of ESPN Unlimited. That seems to be a bandwidth hog for me. All right, 1st and 10 for Jordan Love and the rest of the Green Bay offense. Packers have 2 timeouts. They had to burn one to avoid a delay of game. From their own 12, tight end in motion, back to pass, dumps it to Fitzpatrick, carries it out near the first down where they'll have a 2nd and 1 at the 21, I think. Good catch by Fitzpatrick. And they pick up extra yards. Oh, they had Parsons lined up at like middle linebacker. He was the second man in. They had to double team him. And the right edge, or the right tackle, just could not handle Gary off the left edge. 10:20 to go. second quarter. All right, handoff. Jacobs goes nowhere. That's a loss. No, that was not Jacobs. That was Wilson, who switched to 23. You might remember him as 31. No play. The Packers had a false start, so never mind on the loss. It's still second down, but instead of 2nd and 1. And yeah, Jordan Morgan, another penalty, having a rough outing. Maybe they should put Kincaid at right tackle. Morgan, I guess, more of a better effective as a guard, and doesn't look like Zach Tom is able to go. That's unfortunate. I hope it's not that same oblique injury. But if I have to guess, I'm assuming that's what it is. 2nd and 6 from the 16 in shotgun. Toss to Wilson. Wilson carries out for maybe 2 yards. Packers will have a 3rd and 4 from around the 18. 9:46 to go, second quarter. All right, Packers go hurry up, back to pass, looking and sacked near the 11. So 4th down after about a loss of 5. Oh, boy. Other than the field goal, not much to show for the Packer offense so far. A tough go against this Browns. Oh, wait. Did I forget the penalty? No, it is 4th down, isn't it? Wilson for 2. Oh, maybe. Yeah, no. The sack, it was on 3rd down, so it should be 4th down. Yeah, Wheeling on the field in the punting unit. Packers have 2 seconds on the play clock. What's the call? They blow the play dead at 8:56. They may have had to... Oh, Packers are challenging something. Not sure what LaFleur sees. Maybe too many men on the field or something? Okay, that is it. Packers think they caught the Browns in a too many men on the field. So we do have a challenge. So let me get the clock going. Green Bay challenge. There we go. Up. Yeah, instead of video review, I put Green Bay challenge. I suppose I could move that down a little bit. Hunter Henry with a touchdown for the Pats. They pull back within 14-6 pending the extra point. Rams have a 2nd and goal on a handoff taken down to about the 3 where they'll have a 3rd and goal. Excuse me. So we got a review going. Packers challenging. Oh, 4th and 11 for the Packers. I'll fix that. Rams, Kyron Williams with the touchdown. Yeah, I guess he was tackled back at the 11. I don't know why I said 9. They had to get to the 22. Up, flag on the holding. So wipe a touchdown off the board for the Rams. Hold that thought. Looks like it'll be 10-7 still. Yep, somebody tackled a defenseman. That would definitely be textbook holding. All right. Oh, yeah, we should be getting the inactives for the 3 o'clock games in about 40 or so minutes. The 3:05 games, I should say. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's game's on ABC tomorrow night, so I won't be behind. Hey. Welcome, N1 Packers fan. I assume it was an oblique injury that he maybe re-injured. So that the Packers should win this if they got the snap off. Oh, they definitely did. There was still a guy. So, wait. Oh, that was enough for the first down. It wiped out the sack. So Packers ball, successful challenge. Packers still have, yeah, Tom got, yeah, I think it's his oblique. Yeah, it happened early, and Jordan Morgan's been kind of brutal. He's had 2 false starts, I think, in the game. But thanks for commenting, N1 Packers fan. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here, checking in. Let me take off the timer. All right, the Packers pick up a 4th down. It wiped out a sack. And since it was 3rd and 4, it was enough for first down. So, huge break. The Packers going hurry up. Caught the Browns napping. Yeah, a LaFleur challenge going right. I know. We're in game 3, and I think he's already won 2 challenges. We're already in rare territory here. All right, under center, 2 to his right. Fakes the handoff to Wilson. Rolls right on a keeper and slides down at about the 23 or 24. So it'll be 2nd and long. I got to guess here. Colts up 17-6 now, early in the second. 509th career passing touchdown, is 4th most. He just passed Brett Favre. Must have been tied for touchdowns. Parsons on the warm-up bike. Again, probably trying to avoid cramps. They actually gave Love a carry of 4. All right. Fakes the handoff to Wilson. Pressure on, and somebody dropped it. Tucker Kraft. That was right in his hands, and he dropped it. 8:01 to go. Maybe Love fired it a little too fast, but yeah, pretty sure Morgan had 2 false starts at right tackle. Yep, career high this early in the season. I hear you. It is rare territory. 3rd and 6 from their own 28. Looks like Love was changing something at the line of scrimmage. We got 2. Shotgun, back to pass. Throws right. Caught. Dobbs for the first down. Dances near the 45 before being brought down. Maybe they'll give him the 44. First down. Although the Packers are going left to right this quarter. Huge first down. Get that defense a breather. It's very hot in Cleveland. Yeah, so Rodgers is now no longer tied. He has sole possession of 4th for career touchdowns. Only 5 people have tossed 500 or more touchdowns in their career. 4 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun, the Packers have got to hurt. Yep, it's going to be a delay of game unless LaFleur got the timeout in there. He did, and they just burnt their second timeout. Not liking how we're not getting the plays in and called and hustling up to the line of scrimmage. I really hate to see them burn timeouts. Especially what if there's anything else to challenge than the first half. They did pick up a huge one. They will get at least one more challenge. We got Packers fans in attendance in Cleveland at Huntington Bank Field, as they're showing them. Yeah, Rodgers 509, Favre 508. That's your 4th and 5th career passing touchdown. It's on the leaderboard, NFL leaderboard. All right, 15 on the play clock. We got 7:14 to go for a 1st and 10 from their own 44. Kraft in motion, goes back to the far side. Shotgun, back to throw. Looking, swings it to Jacobs for a gain of maybe 3, bringing up a 2nd and 7. So about a 3-yard swing pass to the left flat. 7 minutes to go, second quarter. 6:55 now. 2nd and 7 from about their own 46. Meanwhile, Stroud dumps one incomplete. They're in the red zone. Bucks in Jets territory, trailing 10, or no, they're up 10-6, and they just maybe fumbled, or are they going to rule it incomplete? Well, if it was a fumble, they recovered. Shotgun for Love, back to pass, rolls to his right, dumps it to Jacobs again, near sideline. He gets maybe half a yard. So it's either going to be 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6. 6:18 to go. Another big third down for the Packers. Let's see what they call this. I think that's a fumble by Mayfield. They're going to lose a lot of yards on that fumble recovery. Yeah, so no gain on Jacobs' last catch there. So 3rd and 7 from about the... They got to get to the Browns' 44. They're closer to their own 42. This is more like a 3rd and 8. Maybe. I don't know. Shotgun. They caught the Browns jumping. They should have been offsides. I think they just threw the flag. Dobbs incomplete and out of bounds, but should be a 5-yard penalty and a 3rd and 2 coming up for the Packers. Yep, offsides on the right edge rusher. So 3rd and 2 coming up for Green Bay. That was Myles Garrett too on the the offsides. He actually was close to being lined up to offsides, and they snapped it when he jumped. Rasheed Walker, good blocking. Tough catch for Dobbs. It was below his knee, so I don't blame him. If they call that a drop, that's being pretty tight on the... 3 for 21 in penalties for the Browns, 2 for 10 for the Packers. Yeah, 2 false starts by Jordan Morgan. Shotgun, handoff to Jacobs. No, it's faked. Love on a keeper. I got fooled. Inside the 40 and a first down. Green Bay. Let's go. Keep the drive moving. Grind that clock. It was a great fake to Jacobs. I totally bit it. I think the camera did initially. That was part of my problem. Good downfield blocking for Kraft to help pick up that first down. All right, 5:12 now to go. All right, I slowed my clock down. 1st and 10, Green Bay at the Browns 38. Under center, and frackin' Malik Heath just false started. What are we doing, guys? So 1st and 15 now from the Browns 43-yard line for the Packers. Looks like 4th and 4 for the Texans, and they'll send out Fairbairn for a field goal. 27-yard attempt. 3 false starts for 15 yards for the Packers. Clock rolling, 4:43. Shotgun, handoff. Wilson, far side. Takes it inside the 40. We'll see where they mark it. It's going to be at least 2nd and 10, I'd say. Maybe longer. Under 4.5 to go. They had Fitzpatrick in I formation. He set the first block, and then Wilson dove forward. It is 2nd and 10, so it was a gain of 5 by Wilson. 4:07, first half, second quarter. Under center, back to pass, fake the handoff. Looking, gets sacked back at the 44. The Packers will have a 3rd and 16, I believe, depending on the spot. Man, the interior line is just getting beaten. I don't know if it's necessarily the edge rushers. Looks like everybody was a problem. No, yeah. I mean, I think Jenkins is having a tough day with the interior blocking. But that's just a guess. Looks like Wright got the sack. They do call it 3rd and 15 from the 43. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking, dumps it to Jacobs in the right backfield. Taken inside the 40, down at the 39. Packers will have a 4th down, but hold your bets. There's a flag at 3:11. So hold the phone. Let's see what the call is. Refs discussing it. Looks like it's probably against the Packers, and the Browns are going to take it. Dobbs with a illegal block in the back. They are taking it. So is that 10 yards? 3rd and 25. Yeah, they want to. Yeah, illegal block in the back. They want to take the Packers out of field goal range because they were at the 39. Oh, dang it. Oh, unnecessary by Dobbs, too, because Jacobs had cut the ball back inside with a blocker, too, and Dobbs did it right in front of him. Shotgun back to pass on 3rd and 22, and he gets sacked. So it was a spot foul. 4th and very long. I'm guessing almost 30. We'll see what they call it. 2:37. I don't know what happened. They had Musgrave trying to block Garrett, and then Walker was late and got beaten. Somebody else. This was Banks. So both players on the left side got beaten badly. I think we're going to get, all right, 2:12 to go, 4th and 31. Punting unit is on. Whelan boots it from his own 30 or 31. Caught at the 16 and taken down right around the 20-yard line. 2:02 to go, 2nd quarter, 1st and 10 for the Browns. So disappointing end to that drive that once looked promising. You know, they picked up some first downs off of penalties and all right. Well, thanks everybody for watching along with me. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Do appreciate you being here. All right, Browns. We got one play before the 2-minute warning. Receiver in motion. Handoff up the middle. Gain of 3, maybe 4. 2-minute warning at 1:57. So we'll call it. I'm going to put 2nd and 6. It may be 2nd and 7. We'll take a look. I'm going to get some water real quick. We'll keep an eye on that. Washington is up 10-3 on the Raiders at home. 6:44 in the 2nd quarter. Oh. All right, back to red zone. Pardon me. Got a little bite of pizza. All right, Patriots at their own 25, trailing by 7. 3rd and 10. Oh, dump off to the back who picked it up and then some near midfield. Great 3rd and 10 pickup for the Pats. Again, wearing the old, I forgot what their Patriot nickname was for that Patriot in the 3-point stands. You know, the center about to. Okay, they gave Judkins a run for 3, so it will be 2nd and 7 after the 2-minute warning. Browns ball from their own 23-yard line. 3-0 Packers. No score after 1. Packers picked up a field goal, and that's it. Browns have moved the ball, but they had one drive end because of a sack that pushed them out of field goal range. Rams lead 13-7, so I think there was that holding call that brought back a touchdown. So as a result, they got a field goal. So costly Costly penalty for the Los Angeles Rams in Philly, taking on the Eagles. Yeah, we'll go over the numbers. Love 10 of 13, 65 yards. Flacco 6 of 8, 43 yards. Jacobs 21 yards rushing. All right, 2nd and 7 from the 23, 1:57 to go. Second quarter, shotgun, back to pass, 4-man rush, throws, caught near the 34, and that's a first down for the Cleveland Browns at home, trailing 3-0 to Green Bay. 1:42, clock still rolling. They're going to mark it at the 33 of the Browns, far hash mark. They huddled up. 1.5 minutes to go. 1st and 10. In shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side. Back to throw. Over the middle. Caught. Give him a gain of probably 5. That's 85 in Njoku, I think. 2nd and 5 coming up. 1:09 to go. Second quarter. In shotgun, back to pass, 4-man rush, throws near sideline and incomplete, out of bounds, and no catch. 58 seconds to go. 3rd and 5. Big play here for the defense. If they can get the ball back for the offense, just overthrew number 10 out of bounds. That was Judkins, the running back. All right, 3rd and 5 from their own 38-yard line. They have all 3 timeouts, the Browns. Shotgun, back to pass, stunt by the 4-man rush. Throws over the middle and caught near where they would need to get into field goal range. Clock stopped at 49 seconds. And the Browns used their first timeout. I don't know why Stefanski's so upset. Maybe he thought he got the timeout quicker. Maybe some time rolled off. All right, Packers failed to get off the field on 3rd and 5. Wow, he had it was wide open. McKinney had to clean it up. Nobody covered him underneath. Had to be busted coverage. Or McKinney was just slow to get there. Oh, man. Brooks almost hit Flacco's arm. I think he did a little bit because the throw wobbled. All right, 2 timeouts for the Browns. They have 2 timeouts left. They did put 2 seconds back on the clock, so 51 seconds to go. Packers only have 1 timeout. McManus talking to Love on the sideline, now listening to his coach. Looks like Baker Mayfield may have taken a shot. Seems to be okay, but took off his helmet after they sent the punting unit on. Sure, it's very hot in Tampa as well. 3 receivers to the far side. Shotgun, Flacco back to pass. Another stunt. Throws in the flat, and the receiver fell down. I guess no penalty, so 2nd and 10. Nixon on the coverage. Must have tripped on his own then. I didn't... I was watching Flacco. 2nd and 10, 47 seconds to go. Flacco breaks the huddle. In shotgun, a back to his right. Bunch formation to the far side. Parsons getting held. No call. Caught in the flat. 3rd down. They're going hurry up. They still have 2 timeouts. I'm going to guess about 3rd and... I was going to say 5. They say 3rd and 6. Receiver in motion to the near side in shotgun, a back with him. He lines up, shotgun, back to pass, throws to the back. Taken down. No, broke a tackle and picked up the first down, but we do have a flag on the field at 18 seconds. And it's going to be holding on the Browns. Packers will accept it, wipe out the first down, and pick up a huge 3rd and 16 now for the Browns. Packers catch a break. Who got the hold? Somebody fell down on the interior line. Yeah. Teller 77 apparently guilty of the hold. I not sure I agree with that one. We will take it. It didn't say who he was holding. I missed that. All right, 3rd and 16 from their own 49. Shotgun, back to pass, completes it over the middle, caught near the 44 where they're saying field goal range would begin. Clock stops at 12 seconds for the 4th down. 4th and probably about 10. I'm not sure what they're going to call this. Flacco 10 of 14 for 79 yards. Browns, both teams down to 1 timeout. All right. All right. Okay, it's a 4th and 8. Gotta imagine are they going for it? Or are they sending the kicker out there? I think they're sending the kicker out there. Wait, the Packers used their last timeout? Okay, the Browns, I don't know why they did that. Packers out of timeouts. Not sure why you do that. With 12 seconds to go. I mean, I don't understand. Oh, now the Browns are going for it. All right, no kicking unit. 4th and 8 from the Packer 43. They still have 2 timeouts. Now the Browns use one. All right, they can't take their last one before the play, though, because you can't take back-to-back timeouts by the same team. That is a penalty. I don't know if they're considering Andre Smith for a field goal, number 25, or not. I think he's been a little injured. I think there was some question if he was going to play last game, if I remember right. Okay, Browns have 1 timeout. Packers are out. Malik Willis talking to Love on the sideline. Oh, big touchdown for the Commanders. So if Gal's watching or listening, Jeremy McNichols. All right, 4th and 8. Shotgun. Rolls to the left. Takes the hit. Delivers down the sideline. It is picked. McKinney. I don't think he went out of bounds. I think he can return it. No, they're going to mark him down. Maybe because of contact. All right, big interception. No field goal or no shot at the end zone late there. McKinney with the interception. All right, Packers will take that, and they will kneel, and we will head into halftime. Okay, I don't think he was contacted. Yeah, I think his foot did step out of bounds. Yeah, Flacco took a hit. You could see it live that he was going to hang in there and take a huge hit. All right, we'll get the halftime clock queued up to immediately start after this kneel down. All right, Love kneels it down. There was 3 seconds to go. That's your halftime, and we will get the halftime clock rolling. We'll take a quick break, and we'll look at the box score. And we'll keep an eye on red zone. All right. Do appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If you're new, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. If so, please hit like and or subscribe. Doing one or both helps with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and helps grow the channel. And I thank you once again for your support. Okay, just fixing the clock. Did the Packers start with the ball? I can't remember now. I'll double check. I think they did. All right, we will double check. I think the Packers did start with the ball. All right, let's look at the first quarter real quick. No, it looks like the Browns did. All right, the Packers will get the ball to start the second half. Only up 3-0 at halftime. Just unreal how low scoring this game is. All right, we'll go over the scores real quick, and then I'll leave the box score up. While I take a break. All right, Packers up 3-0 on the road in Cleveland over the Browns at halftime. 2-minute warning. Colts up in Tennessee 17-6. They had 17 in the first quarter. Vikings up 17-3 on the Bengals. 2:59 in the second. Looks like they had a pick six. Yeah, it's Isaiah Rodgers for the Vikings. 2:52 to go in the second. Steelers up 14-7 in Foxborough, Massachusetts over the Patriots late in the second quarter. Rams 16 got another field goal. Up 9 in Philly, 16-7 over the Eagles. Under a minute and a half first half. Under a minute now. Jets trail the Bucks in Tampa at the 2-minute warning, 10-6 Bucks. Commanders up 17-10 at home, 2-minute warning against the Raiders. Panthers up 10-0 on the Falcons at home. And the Colts had a pick six too. Wow, that was awful by Cam Ward. That pass was late and slow. Easy pick for the Colts. Jaguars up 7-3 in Jacksonville over the Texans, under 3 to go. Broncos, Chargers, and Saints Seahawks at 3:05. Cowboys, Bears, Cardinals, Niners. Yeah, I'm in the Chicago market. I'll probably only get that game. Although they're at home, so there's no way there's going to be a game up against them, I would guess. All right, and this is what's coming up later today and later in the week. I'm going to take a quick break, then I'll be back. Thanks, everybody. Do appreciate your support. I'll be right back after a short break. Okay, we are back. So far, so good on the internet. Gonna grab a bite to eat as well. We'll go through the box score. Pardon the chewing. Looks like the Raiders have the ball. 1:11 to go. Trailing by 7 in Washington. Whoops. What just happened? Am I not? Let me close this and reopen it. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, let me check this as well. 1 second. Nope, that's not it. All right, that one's good, so I don't want to mess with it. All right, Texans have a 1st and 15, 1:52 to go. Stroud throws to the left side, gain of maybe 2. 2nd and 13 coming up. They have all 3 timeouts remaining if they pick this up too. All right, I just want to check my audio real quick. Tennessee trailing by 11 already, and the Colts are trying to get into field goal range or maybe take a shot at the end zone. They have 1 timeout. They're at the 25. And incomplete out of bounds. They're actually at the 24. Washington just used their last timeout. 4th and 15 coming up for the Raiders. Yeah, when we get a quick break, I'll go over the halftime numbers. All right, the Colts just handed it off up the middle. They'll take their last time out with 3 seconds to go and send the kicking unit on to try and take a 14-point halftime lead in Tennessee. Colts looking to go to 3-0, and they'll be on their way here at halftime. And thank you for the 13 likes. I do appreciate it. And the views. 36-yard attempt coming up for the Colts. Titans could ice the kicker, I suppose. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Kick is up right down the middle. 14-point lead, 20-6 Colts in Tennessee. Bengals at the 2-minute warning at the Vikings 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Sorry, not Burrow. Pass to the right side. Oh, a fumble. And the Vikings are returning it. And it's going to be a touchdown. Wow. Well, that game's over. We're not even at halftime. Without Burrow, Bengals are struggling. Huge. I mean, it was a great pass and catch. Should have been a short gain. And then a big hit. Jarred the ball free. Camera really didn't follow. And the next thing you know, the Bengals are trying to chase down the fumble returner, and no chance. Definitely a fumble because he took a few steps. Just punched out of there by number 2 before he got blasted. Anyways, got to secure the football. Get 2 hands on it. The guy that punched it out is the guy that got the touchdown too. Yep, these lousy AFC teams not helping us out here. All right, Flacco is 11 of 16, 87 yards, a pick, but it was the second to last play of the half on 4th down. 1 sack taken. Judkins has 24 yards on 8 carries. Tillman, 3 catches, 26 yards, and Njoku, 3 catches, 19 yards. Defense has 3 sacks. a pair of splits by Huntington and Collins, and then Garrett and Graham, and then Alex Wright with a full sack and a tackle for a loss. Love, 10 of 13, 65 yards. Again, the 3 sacks. Jacobs, 6 carries, 21 yards. Got to get the run game going. That's just not enough rushing. 12 rushing attempts, 3 of them by Love. You got to be kidding me. I think Wilson did have a good gain called back on one running play, though. Packers have 3 false starts, 2 by Jordan Morgan in relief of Zach Tom, who left the game in the first or second play of the game for the Packer offense. All right, Dobbs, 2 catches, 25 yards, 3 for 18, Golden, 4 for 13, Jacobs. All right, they are back, so maybe it's not 14 minutes now for the halftime. Maybe it's 13, although maybe Fox is going to talk a little bit more here. All right, let's take the clock down and this week down. We'll reset in case there's a review. All right, kick is in the air, high and deep to the 3 on the far sideline. Taken by Savion Williams into the hash marks, past the 25, but taken down at the 26. 1st and 10, Green Bay to start the second half. All right. 14:54, apologies for that. Packers ball about their own 26-yard line. All right. 1st and 10 from the 26. Heath in motion to the far side. A back behind him. Handoff up the middle. It's Jacobs out to the 30. Give him a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. 14:42. All right, let's see. There we go. There's the play-by-play kicking in. 14:25, 2nd and 6. Packers break the huddle. 10 on the play clock. 2 receivers each side. It's Jacobs to his left. Wicks in motion. It's a keeper by Jordan who slides down, but he started his slide before the first down marker, so it should be about a 3rd and 1. He needed to get up past the 36-yard line, and he slid down at about the 35. It's very close. Maybe it's going to be a 1st down. Depends on where they spot it. Ah, man. It is 3rd and 1. That's what I was afraid of. All right, from the 35, looked like we had movement before the snap. It was going to be a Kraft carry, it looks like. 13:35. It was a false start by Green Bay. Gosh darn it, Jordan. If you had just taken that ball another yard, we wouldn't have had this happen. All right, Kraft went in motion. And then frickin' Jordan Morgan at left guard now just false started, and it's 3rd and 6. That's his 3rd of the game. And that one was a huge one because that wiped out what would have been an easy 1st down. All right, Love in shotgun, Dobbs in motion, 2 receivers to each side now. Back to pass, looking, and he is sacked back at the 25-yard line. Thanks a lot, Jordan Morgan. Get him off the field. There's got to be somebody who can help shore up this offensive line besides Jordan Morgan. Yeah, they have him at left guard. Looks like they sent Hilton in at right tackle. Hilton looked like, yeah. Garrett, I think, got the sack. Oh, looks like the Bucks just got a pick 6 against the Jets. All right, back to kick is Whelan, the punter. It's in the air. Caught at their own 29 on a fair catch. Okay, thanks for taking the score and time down before I got to look at it, Fox. 12:32. I guess that sounds correct. Yeah, that's not right. Why is this so slow? 13:18 is not correct. What are we doing? All right, I think 12:32 sounds right. I don't know what. So, early short drive, kicked away. Browns have it first and 10 at their own 29. Not a good day at all by the Packers offense. And the Vikings scored again. No, that game's, if it wasn't already over, it's 30-3. Looks like Carson Wentz handed it off. Yeah. Mason on the carry for the touchdown. So the Vikings will improve to 2-1. They beat the Bears, lost to the Falcons, barring a miracle comeback in the second half. Whelan only a 46-yard punt. That's kind of short for him. Fair catch by Carter. And, it is Jordan Morgan's fault, but Jordan Love needs to know where the first down marker is before he begins to slide, though. All he had to do was take one more stride or not slide and just dive forward. All right, well, the struggles continue on offense. Take nothing away from the Cleveland defense. We knew it was going to be difficult coming in. Got to be impressed with the Packers' defense as well, though. Sorry, distracted by whatever stupid game show this is on Fox. 99 to beat. That looks awful. All right, it is 12:32 to go. First and 10, Cleveland at their own 29-yard line. All right, in under center, fakes the handoff. Flacco rolls to the near sideline and throws it incomplete out of bounds. Second and 10, 12:26. He was just throwing it away. He had Njoku, I think, or number 19. Oh, great. Aaron Banks, groin, questionable. Oblique, questionable, Zach Tom. And we know Tom's not coming back. And DeJuan Jones, knee out for the Browns. So, not good for the Packers O-line. Handoff up the middle. Gonna bring up third and down. We'll see what they mark it as. I'll have to catch up the clock. Apologies. Say 3rd and 5. Wow, Parsons got slammed to the ground. He was held and tossed. That's a tackle. How is that not a holding call? All right, 3rd and 8. They gave him a gain at 2 to the 31. Shotgun, back to pass, looking. Rush is there, and they swarm him under for a sack. Lucas Van Ness, Gary, and Wyatt all there. It'll be interesting who they award this to. I think Gary thinks it's his. 4th and long coming up. Defense gets off the field again. Yeah, Gary got there first, then Wyatt. Van Ness kind of just spun into it after the play was, over. So I would think it's all right. The kick is on the way. 4th and 19. Bounces near the 30 and goes out of bounds at about the 29. 1st and 10 for the Packers. So exchange of kicks by the punters, and the Packers have it with 11:04 to go. Third quarter, as Kevin Stefanski looks disgusted and frustrated on the sideline. All right, big stop by the Packers defense, picking up that sack and helping the offense get decent field position and return at their own 29. It was a 10-yard sack. They did give it all to Gary. Thought maybe Wyatt might get a half sack there. They might split it. But 3 of the 4 rushers hit home on that one. That's plenty. Browns defense beaten badly on that. Oh, now Kyron Williams with a touchdown. Philly losing 25-7 early in the third quarter. 9th most TD passes in NFL history for Stafford. He has 382. Williams, took it from the flat and ran it in about 10 yards. Just pushed out by Cooper DeJean, whatever. Extra point, good. They are up 19 with 14:06 to go in the third. So Rams, yeah. So Brady, Breeze, Manning, Rodgers in 4th in TDs. Favre, Rivers, Marino, Roethlisberger next on the list. Stafford just past Matt Ryan for sole possession of 9th. They had been tied before that touchdown. So Ryan is 10th. Oh, a fumble by the Bengals. And they didn't recover it, man. This is just a Murphy's Law game for the Bengals in Minnesota or in Minneapolis. Just whatever can go wrong is going wrong for them. But Horquez with the 50-yard punt, so they did gain a little bit. But thanks to the sack, the Packers have good field position. Again, Gary with the sack. He may have... let's check out the box. This is a long break, but let's check out the sacks. Didn't get to do that. Yeah, Gary has both. And tackles for losses, Hobbs and McDuffie. Oh, yeah, I remember that McDuffie one. Good run stuff for about a loss of 2. All right. Should be just about set with the Packers offense set to resume the game here. Packers going right to left. Savion Williams loses 2 or 3. It'll bring up 2nd and long. It was a run to the right or the far sideline. And Savion will sit on the bench. 2nd and 13. Not very well blocked. Packers down the 2 offensive line starters. So Zach Tom went out early. First or second play of the offense. 10:32 to go. In shotgun, receiver in motion, Wicks. He throws it to Wicks in the left flat. Taken upfield, out near the first down. I think the Packers will have a 3rd and 1 or 2. Good design play for the Packers. Good. Nope, we got a late flag at 10:14. What's this for? Oh, thanks, Rasheed Walker, ineligible player, down receiver. So scratch that long pickup. That'll bring up 2nd and, I think, 18 for the Packers. I didn't see it. The replay by Flox. Yeah, Flox. Fail by Fox. A Flox. 10 minutes to go. Pass to Jacobs in the flat. He makes a man miss. 30, 35, 40, 45. Tackled down in Browns territory. That is a first down for the Packers. No flags. Huge play. Probably the biggest gain of the day for either offense, if I'm honest. Walker let Garrett go by and then blocked down, field. I mean, it was a quick pass, so not downfield too early. 3 receivers to the far side in shotgun. Handoff to Wilson. Up the middle. Give him a gain of 4 to the Browns 44. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Good blocking by Golden, Walker, and actually Morgan downfield, and Kraft. And a great pickup. Way to make a few tacklers miss by Josh Jacobs, and he takes a breather on the sideline still after that big gain. Clock rolling, 8:53 in the third quarter. Packers need a touchdown. Make this a 2-possession game. Receivers to both sides. Now Wicks goes to the top. Shotgun back to pass. Throws right side. Wicks catches about a yard short of the first down. At 8:35, they'll mark it in play and roll the clock here shortly. 3rd and 1, 8:30 to go. Third and 1 for the Packers. 2 sacks and an interception, 10 pressures for Green Bay. Cleveland has 4 sacks and 9 pressures. Good defensive play by both the front sevens. 8:08 to go. Third quarter. Huge 3rd and 1. They're at the Browns 39. Got to think they're going for it. Oh, and they have to burn a timeout. Come on. Oh, I'm sick and tired of this. I thought we were done with this with Rodgers leaving the team, but we're still battling this with LaFleur and the play calling. I forgot to reset the timeouts. I'll do that right now for the second half. So Cleveland has all 3. Packers now down to 2 to go in the game. 2nd and 3 for the Eagles, down by 19. It's a carry by Hurts, and he picks up the first down, but there's a flag. So hold the thought there. It would be at about the Eagles' 43-yard line, pending the outcome of this penalty. So timeout on the field for Green Bay. And it is holding, so wipe that first down off the board. There was actually 2 holdings. They had to decline one. All right, Packers, 8 minutes to go. They put a second back on the clock. 8 to go in the third. Toss play to Jacobs. Near sideline, makes a cutback. Taken down near the first down marker. Should be a 1st and 10. And it is for the Packers. Yeah, a little toss, and Jacobs cut it up the field at the near numbers, 21 with the tackle, but he fell forward for the first down. 7:30 to go in the third quarter, so lengthy drive in progress. Shotgun handoff to Wilson. He gets forward for 2, maybe 3, down to about the 35, maybe the 34. I'll say 2nd and 7, but we'll see. Weeks 1 and 2, yards per play on the offense, 6.1. Today, 3.7. Yeah, it's been an offensive struggle. Both defenses playing very well. It is 2nd and 7. I think they marked him at the 35. They did. And we got Jim Schwartz losing his mind, barking at somebody. He's nuts as ever. And great, Rasheed Walker is injured. 6:54 to go. Oh, and the hits keep coming for the Green Bay lineman. Walker with his helmet off. Hopefully it's just an equipment issue, and he'll be back. That could be what it is. So we get, I think we got some more shuffling along the line. Hilton kicks out the left tackle. Shotgun. Love back to pass. Caught by Kraft. Taken immediately down at the 31. They're going to say the 32. So a gain of 3. That was a terrible spot. So 3rd and 4 coming up for Green Bay. Oh, face mask issue for Rasheed Walker. Yeah, he signaled. He's like, yeah, my face mask. He just needs a new face mask. So as soon as they're done with that, he'll be back. Handoff up the middle. Wilson for the first down. Inside the 25. Gets spun down at the 22. First down, Green Bay. They are still moving the ball right to left in their white jerseys with the golden pants and helmets, white socks, green striping. All right, 1st and 10. Hand off to Wilson down to the 20. Didn't do the first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 as they continue to work on Rasheed Walker's face mask. They got, there's a bunch of bolts to undo. I think they've got the new one in place and they're just screwing it back in. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it was definitely loose, so he needed a new one. Looks like they're just tightening it up. Number 71 again. I think that's Hilton at left tackle. So they must have brought in Kincaid at right tackle, if I had to guess. Shotgun handoff to Jacobs. Maybe gets a yard. The Packers will have 3rd and long from about the 19-yard line. 3rd and 7 if they gave Jake. They did. 5:02 to go. I got to fix the clock. Apologies for that. Beginning a little slow. 4:54. Yeah, one more. All right, 18 on the play clock. Walker back out there just in time for a 3rd and 7. Had to get his face mask fixed. Shotgun. Back to pass. Throws. Caught over the middle by Wicks at the 5. Gets taken down about the 2 or the 3. 1st and goal. Go, Pack. Go. Please get this touchdown. Think we're going to be in 4-down territory here. Can't see them just settling for 3 from the 3. And we got an injured Browns player, somebody out of the secondary, number 2. Could just be cramps, I think. He's grabbing his calf muscles. I know it's hot in Cleveland, so this could easily be a cramping issue. I'm hitting the wrong clock. I do not don't use the play clock. It's just too much work. All right, so Tom and Banks are questionable. I'm assuming they're not coming back. Browns had an injury. Forgot who it was. That guy is out. Excuse me. Rasheed Walker just had an issue with his face mask. He was back in time for that huge 3rd and 7 play on the catch by Wicks. Gave him a gain of 16 down to the 3. And this is Newsome that was injured for the Browns. All right, probably time to check on the scoreboard. They're not showing anybody in the red zone currently. Oh, Hunter got a 20-yard reception for the Jags. They're only down 7-3. Or no, they're up 7-3 on the Texans. My bad. All right, so Colts up big in Tennessee, 27-6, 3rd quarter. Halftime, Vikings over the Bengals, 34-3. Just everything has gone wrong for the Bengals. Steelers still up 14-7 over the Patriots, 10:44 in the 3rd. Eagles just got a touchdown to pull back within 12, 26-14 Rams, 11.5 in the 3rd. Bucks up 14 still at halftime on the Jets, 20-6. Raiders up 10 at home. I'm sorry, Raiders trailing on the road. Commanders up 10, 20-10, 12:06 in the 3rd. Panthers up 17-0 on the Falcons. A bit of a shocker there, but it is a division game. Their first of the year for the Panthers. Texans trailing in Jacksonville 7-3 to the Jaguars, 12:35. Just underway in the Bucs game in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, ESPN might be a touch behind. Love 14-17, 121 yards, but he's been sacked 4 times. Not much on the ground. 9 for 27 for Jacobs, 6 for 25 for Wilson. Love 4 for 18, but he slid down a yard early on 2nd down, and the Packers couldn't convert on 3rd down. So Greg Newsome, sorry, I'm thinking of the Packers, out because of one play for the injury. He looked okay. Shotgun, handoff to Jacobs, goes nowhere. He gets maybe a half yard. It's still going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Packers going, hurry up. Handoff to Jacobs' right side. Again, goes nowhere. 3rd and goal from the 3. What are we doing, LaFleur? 3:44 to go. This was from the left hash mark. They ran it to the right hash mark, tried to cut it, and the Browns sniffed it out. Jacobs, the deep back. We got a bunched formation, 2 receivers each side. Fake the handoff. Love rolling out to the right. Fake the pass. Now stops. Throws it over the middle. Caught by Fitzpatrick for a touchdown on 3rd and goal with 3:23 to go. 3rd quarter. Finally, the Packers offense gets into the end zone. They strike pay dirt. And it pays off. 9-0. 2-score game. John Fitzpatrick, again, the 3rd string tight end, just ran with Love. Love stopped, and the linebacker, 49, had left him, and it was enough of a gap for Love to fire a strike. Kick by McManus is right down the middle. It is 10-0 Green Bay. Let's go. Go, Pack, go. Good cut by Fitzpatrick. Myles Garrett almost tipped it. Love with the dart to Fitzpatrick, and it's 10-0 Green Bay. Here in the 3rd quarter, they will kick it off following this timeout. All right, feeling much better about this game now. It's been a struggle. Still plenty of time for the Browns to get back in this game, though. Whew. And yeah, remind me. We'll start trying to keep an eye on. You know what? We probably don't need the ESPN scores. We can probably just read these off of the NFL site if necessary. We will bring up WNBA.com so we can give you updates for the game starting momentarily, probably in 5 minutes on ABC. Game 1 of the semifinals. Fever 8.5-point underdogs in Las Vegas to take on the Aces. Don't know if I can have... Yeah, I don't have it set up to put that score up. Yeah, that's all right. I'll keep an eye on it, though. All right, I forgot to do a goal. Let's do a goal here. Oh, I can do less. Maybe to entice people. We'll put an hour on it. I could do 1, but I don't want to do less than 5. All right, 5 super chats, and we take a shot of whiskey. It's a little early in the day, but we'll do it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Doing one or both helps with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and will help with growing the channel. And I thank you once again for your support. Can't do it without you. A lot of fun, especially with the chat. But thank you. Love was 5 of 5 for 59 yards on that drive. 14 plays, 71-yard drive, 7:45 chewed off the clock. All right. Kick in the air by McManus. It's going to be taken a yard deep, returned up the near numbers, and past the 26, maybe the 27. 3:18 to go. 3rd quarter, Browns take over 1st and 10. Trailing by 10 now. Packers offense finally broke through. Jaguars lining up for a 52-yard field goal. Should be no problem for this kicker. Snap, hold from the right hash mark, right down the middle. 10-3 Jags over the Texans. Texans are 0-2. They're in a bit of trouble. All right, 2 receivers to each side. One comes in motion to the right side of Flacco. Shotgun, back to throw, looking, dumps it. Number 10 hit immediately on the play by Cooper. And we'll bring up 2nd and long, maybe a gain at 2 or 3. 3:05 to go, 3rd quarter. Bad luck Browns opening day schedule. Yeah, they okay. They have the Lion. They're at Detroit next week too. Oh, versus the 2024 records. Okay. Oh, they gave him a gain of 1. Good hit by Edgerrin Cooper. 2nd and 9. Shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Throws. Caught. That's enough for the first down by Njoku out to about the 85. 1st and 10 Browns in all brown with orange numbers and lettering and stripes. Going left to right here in the third quarter. 2:22 in the third. 1st and 10 Browns. 13 of 19, 101 yards and a pick. But that pick was to the end of the first half, just trying to get either a touchdown or closer for a field goal. Fake the handoff, back to pass, looking, dumps it, incomplete. He was just throwing it away. Had a receiver and just threw it at his feet. Wasn't even looking at him. 2 minutes to go, third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Dylan Gabriel, they're already watching him on the sideline. Number 8, the backup out of Oregon, rookie. 2nd and 10 from their own 40. Bunched formation. Handoff up the middle. Out to the 45, 46 by number 10. That, of course, is Judkins on the carry. So that'll be a 3rd and maybe 4. Yep, 3rd and 4, 25 seconds on the play clock. 1:36, third quarter. Showing Shedeur Sanders. He is suited up as the third QB, the emergency QB. Shotgun, back to pass. Flacco throws left sideline, overshot him, had a receiver open for the first down in Packer territory and overthrew him. I believe it was, in fact, Judkins. He was wide open, beat the coverage, and just too high a throw by Flacco. Yeah, he was open. The coverage underneath by Cooper wasn't close enough, and the safety closed. It went off of his hands, you know. If they called that a drop, I guess I wouldn't be shocked. But Bajorquez back to punt with 1:19. Here's the snap, moves forward, kicks it from his own 36 to the near sideline, bounces and goes into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback at the 20. Packers with 1:12 to go in the third. They get the ball back to their offense. A phenomenal game by the Packers. Hold on. We got a penalty. They're discussing something. Let me listen in. What's the call? What happened on the punt? Moose Johnson already talking about the QB situation. All right, what's the call? We're still talking about it. Come on, how long is this? 31 unnecessary roughness flag against the Browns. So the Packers do get the ball, and they will have it, I guess, at the 45. No, I'm sorry, 35. 1st and 10 at their own 35 after the timeout. All right. Field goal by the Bucks is up and good. They are now up 23-6 over the Jets. 5:51 in the third. All right, we can. Eagles down 12. They're in the red zone. Handoff to Barkley goes nowhere. They'll have a 2nd and 9 at the 19. I mean, after a gain of 1. I mean. All right, let's check the scoreboard. 20-0 Carolina, 4:48 in the third, and with the ball. Jacksonville 10-3 over the Texans, 6:23 with the ball in the third. Minnesota 34-3, just got the ball, 12:42 in the third. New England has the ball down 7, 14-7. Pittsburgh, 4:06 to go. Eagles will have a 3rd and 4 now coming up. Titans down 27-6. They got a 2nd and goal at the 1. Handoff touchdown. Rams. Yeah, Philly in the red zone down 12, 26-14, 5:43. Actually, 4:45 on red zone. Tampa, of course, with the field goal, 23-6, 5:51 in the third. 27 to now 12 in Tennessee, pending the extra point. 27-10 Washington in the 9:35 in the third, and they have the ball up 17 over the Raiders. Looks like the Rams got a stop, but it's 4th and like inches for the Eagles coming up. All right, we'll scroll down here, leave it about there. 5 catches, 44 yards, 31 long for Jacobs, biggest play of the game. 11 carries for 27 yards. Wilson, 6 for 25. Love, 4 for 18. Savion, 2 for -1. Judkins, 10 for 32. All right, we are back. 1st and 10, Green Bay, 1:12 to go. It's 27-38. Time of possession to about 16-10 for the Browns. Shotgun, back to pass. Dumps it to Kraft. Kraft moves forward to the 40, out to about the 42. That'll be a 2nd and 3 coming up for Green Bay. After about an 8-yard pickup. No, make it 7, my bad. Looks like Hurts, I don't know if he got this first down or if he fumbled. Depends on the spot, I guess. It was ripped out late, but maybe they whistled him down. Oh, they gave him a 1st and goal. They're just inside the 10, the Eagles. 41 seconds to go here in the third. 2nd and 3 for the Packers. 2 receivers, now 1 in motion. They hand it off to Golden around the left end. 1st down, I think. No, I'm sorry. He was tackled about a yard short, gain of 2. Sorry, I got fooled by the line of scrimmage. My bad. I forgot how far behind he took the ball. So 15 seconds in the third quarter. Looks like the Packers are going to hurry up. Maybe they won't snap it, though, and they'll just try to get the Browns to jump. 6 seconds. 3rd and 1. Late in the third quarter. They don't have to snap it, and they do. Just at the, I guess it's a live ball. Yeah. Love flushed out of the pocket and doesn't throw it away on 3rd and 1 and takes the sack. Like, the second worst thing that could have happened on that play, and it'll be 4th and long as we get set. I don't know why he didn't just chuck it. Oh, my gosh, Jordan. Yeah, it's going to be that was at least a 10-yard loss, I'd say. All right, we got a break. End of the third quarter. Let me fix the clock first. Fourth down, Packers will have to send McManus and the punting unit on the field. Wow, disappointing. I thought, with good field position, they could maybe put this game out of reach, but nope, only a 10-point lead with 15 to go. All right. Oh, let's check in on the early goings here in the WNBA. 10-7, Indy up by 3, 5:49. Nope, 13-7. Just hit a 3 or a 3-point play. Probably a 3. 5:49 in the first quarter. Yeah, I don't understand Love taking this sack. Just chuck it out of bounds. Give yourself a chance on 4th and 1. I mean, that's on Love. Took a hard hit. He braced for it. He tucked the ball, but Patriots down 7, and they'll start the fourth quarter with a 4th and 2 from the Steeler 16-yard line. The third quarter just ended. Yeah, and a reminder, we will have Mercury at Lynx at 4 for you off of ESPN Unlimited. Indiana and Las Vegas currently on ABC if interested as well. All right, looks like they're at a timeout as well in WNBA. So 5th sack by Love. That one was all him. He's got to throw that out of bounds. I don't know what he was doing there. It was the last play of the third quarter. They weren't going to keep the clock rolling, so really no reason not to just throw that away and give your team a chance to think about it on 4th and 1. So McManus on the field. They're going to have to kick it away. Punting unit is on. 4th and long. I never even got. It is 4th and 12. All right. I had a pretty good guess there. Snap. Kick in the air. High and deep. Taken at the 8. Return to the near sideline to about the 20, 21-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns offense. I don't understand Love. Just I think the third quarter should have ended. I don't think they got that playoff. Yeah, maybe they should have challenged. That's what Moose Johnston was saying. All right, I guess they marked him at his own 20. I thought they got the 21. All right. Well, I don't know what the delay is here. All right, finally the Browns break the huddle. They're at their own 20, near hash mark. Flacco under center, motions a receiver, so 2 each side. A deep back at the 18. Handoff up the middle, number 10. Takes it out for a gain of maybe 3. Of course, that's Judkins. Apologies for not getting his name instead of the number. 2nd and 7. Shotgun this time. Back to throw. Caught. Is that Njoku? No. 47. Tackled short. No, I'm sorry. 44 is the receiver. 3rd and maybe 1 or 2. We'll see how they spot it. 14-15 to go. 4th quarter. 10-0 Packers lead. That was Fannin Jr., Harold Fannin Jr. on the catch. It is 3rd and 1. Late subs by the offense. 12, they're still in the huddle. Now they break huddle with 10, and Stefanski's saying, let's go. You know, there's no sense of urgency. 3rd and 1. Fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Chased by Quay Walker. Thrown down the field and way short and incomplete. Walker blew that up. They're going for it on 4th and 1. No hesitation by Stefanski at 13:41. Browns players or fans looking on in horror with hands on their heads. Yeah, nobody blocked Quay Walker up the middle. Flacco got rid of it and just threw well short down the middle of the field. 4th and 1 could be a huge play in the outcome of this game. Packers down to 2 timeouts. Cleveland all 3. Handoff up the middle. I think he got it. Packers don't think so, but I believe it's enough for the first down. Clock still rolling. I assume they got it. It's a handoff to Judkins again. Number 10. Yeah, it was real. Yeah, right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, man, I forgot to start my clock. That's why I keep getting behind. Apologies. All right, 1st and 10 from the 35. Shotgun, back to pass. 4-man rush. Tipped up in the air. Looked like it. Cooper might have stepped in front of, who is that? David Njoku, maybe. 2nd and 10 at 12:58. All right, 2nd and 10. All right, come on, defense. Let's not let them get into even field goal range. Let's keep this 2-possession lead. 2 receivers each side. Actually, empty backfield. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Throws over the middle and incomplete. Overthrew the receiver. That is 3rd and 10 with 12:53. But again, 2-down territory. So let's not give up 7 or 8 yards. Let's hold them to 6 or less. Make it a tough 4th and 4 or longer. Colts up big, 33-13. Looks like the offense just scored. Maybe Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, on a long run from about the 42 of the Colts, of the Titans. Shotgun, back to pass on 3rd down. Lofts it, right sideline. And was it caught? Oh, it doesn't matter if it wasn't. The Packers think it was OPI, not DPI. Tillman, I think, caught it. Let's see what they ruled. Yep. Tillman pushed off. That wipes out a huge catch. Cedric Tillman, the intended target. Oh, yeah. He got Keyshawn Nixon's right shoulder with his left hand and completely did a straight arm. They're going to call that every time. It's unclear if he caught that. He did have a knee down, but this will bring up a 3rd and 20 now. So this is a little more manageable, but the Packers can't give up like 10. You know, let's hold them to 9 or less, make it 4th and 11 or longer. Shotgun, Flacco back to pass, 4-man rush, another flag, caught, breaks a tackle out to the 35. Nope, passed it. It would be 4th and 9 pending the outcome of this flag at 12:27. Let's see what the call is. I'm assuming it's holding on the Browns line. No! Illegal contact, I think, by Micah Parsons. This is going to be a 1st down. They were going to have a 4th and 9. Instead, it's a 1st and 10. They got to take the... That's not a tack on. I think they got to take the play. I didn't even see it. A terrible replay by Fox. I mean, I'll take their word for it. Wow. All right. Clock rolling, 12:22. No, 3rd and 15. Okay, it wasn't... oh, he was lined up offsides. I apologize. Okay, now they've got like a 4th. Sorry about that. It must have been an offsides. Now they have about a 4th and 5. Okay, my bad. Okay, thankfully that wasn't a 1st down. Now it's 4th and 4. So Parsons must have been... We've got Browns fans going, boo. 11:50 to go. I mean, I feel for you Browns fans, but can't root for... Oh, they're actually kicking away. Bojorquez on the field. Here's the snap. Moves forward. Okay, that's why they were booing. 4th and 4, and they elect to kick it away. It's a short punt. It takes a Browns bounce inside the 5 and takes down at the 2. That was a really long bounce and roll by Bojorquez. He did his job. Yeah, they're booing because they punted, and I can't disagree with that. All right, Packers catch a break. Parsons only lined up offside, so it was not a 1st down. And the hits keep coming in Minneapolis. It's now 40-3. There's still 41-3. There's still 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Wow. Not good for the Bengals. Maybe they need to make inquiries about another backup quarterback. Oh, hey, Jeremy Moss. No. I'm not. No bonus coverage today. I got to rest my voice for the next game. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, watching the Packer game, 19-12 fever over the Aces, 153 in the first. Again, after the Packer game, going to rest my voice for Mercury links, so we'll be on the air at 4. We can keep an eye on the end of that game. I can use my phone or tablet to watch that game as well. Yeah, sorry. The only thing that's going to upstage WNBA playoff games are Green Bay Packer games, especially if they're on in the Chicago area. Oh, the Patriots tied it up at 14 early in the fourth quarter in Foxborough, Massachusetts. All right. Love 16-19, 131 yards, a touchdown pass that was to John Fitzpatrick, I think on third down, like 3rd and 3. Jacobs only 11 for 27. Wilson 6 for 25. So 17 plus, I think these were designed runs for Love. So 21 carries plus, yeah, a total of 24. Golden and Williams for not much. 24 carries for 71 yards, limited rushing attack. Same for Cleveland, 13 for 37. Dylan Sampson, 1 for 2. It's Judkins, 12 for 35. Flacco, pretty ineffective. Only 2 sacks. The pick was like near the end of the first half. They were out of field goal range. All right, 1st and 10, Packers ball. From the 2, back to pass, overshoots Jacobs, incomplete in the backfield. Far side, 11:26 to go, 2nd and 10. Yeah, so we will be on, this is what's coming up, Mercury at Lynx at 4, and then the nightcap, Chiefs at Giants. I'll start like 7:15. All right, 2nd and 10, clock stopped, 11:26, Packers at their own 2 after the exchange on the punt away by Bajorquez. That looked like Jacobs for maybe 3. It's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up from their own 5. Clock at 11:07. Huge play if the Packers could pick up a first down and grind some more clock. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, throws, near sideline, caught by Matthew Golden, out of bounds, short of the 40. 10:54 to go. What a catch by Golden over the shoulder. What a drop in the bucket. What a dime by Love. He beat the coverage to the outside. Late safety help. Caught it at the 32. Ran forward to about the 38. And Golden secures the catch and a huge 1st and 10 for the Packers. Got to check the clock here. 10:28 to go. He has 4 catches for 53 yards. Handoff to Jacobs goes nowhere. That'll be a 2nd and 10. Maybe a loss. 10:14. All right, yeah, Walker back out there. He just had that face mask issue. And it's raining in Cleveland, and they got the lights on. All right, under 10 minutes to go. Packers with the ball, trying to take as much time off the clock as they can. It was a loss of 1, so it is 2nd and 11. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking, 4-man rush. He overshoots Jacobs in the flat. Incomplete. That stops the clock. And a 3rd and 11 coming up. You know, maybe the rain affected that throw. He overshot Jacobs. Panthers driving again. They got a 4th and goal at the 1 coming up. Yeah, it stopped the clock at 9:38. All right, Love in shotgun. 2 receivers each side. Or no, 3 to the top. Dobbs in motion. Back to pass. Looking. 4-man rush. Dumps it to Jacobs, and it's dropped incomplete. 4th and 11 at 9:34. Not, huge first down, but Packers offense doesn't take advantage of it, and they end up saving the Browns quite a bit of time. We still have 3 timeouts, and they're only down 10-0. It is seemingly raining harder, and Jacobs could only get his right hand on it. I think that's an overthrow by Jordan Love. Definitely frustrated after that sequence. Okay, DeAndre Carter back to return it. Daniel Whelan, of course, the Packers punter. Snap. Kick is away. High and deep. Near sideline and into the end zone. For a touchback. 1st and 10 at their own 20 for the Browns. It looked like Flacco was coming back out on the field. I don't think Browns fans are too happy, though, as they're getting shut out. Eagles are back within 5 early in the 4th quarter. All right, yeah, we can take a quick look at the scores. Aces have come back. Fever up 1 after 1 quarter, 19-18. All right, Carolina again had a 4th and goal at the 1, 4th quarter with the ball up 20-0. Jacksonville up 10-3 over the Texans in the 4th. Minnesota 41-3, still late in the 3rd. Pats with the ball, tied with Pittsburgh at home. 4th quarter, just underway in the 4th quarter. Rams with the ball. They have a 4th and 1. They are up 5. Tampa up 23-6 on the Jets still in the 4th. Colts all over the Titans, 34-13 in the 4th. And Washington now up 34-10 as they just start the 4th quarter. So the slow game is the Minnesota game, still in the 3rd quarter. Everyone else, I think, in the 4th. Just a lot of points scored by the Vikings, unfortunately, as a Packers fan. Yeah, I don't know why this page is so much darker than the score page. I don't know. Yeah, hey, thanks, Mac. Are you anti-Browns or just cheering the Pack because of me? Either way, we'll take it. Yeah, again, 19-18. They're just about set to get underway in the 2nd quarter. Fever up 1. They had been up bigger than that. I think they were up at least 6. It was 19-13, I think. Love, 17-23, 165 yards and a touchdown to John Fitzpatrick and a field goal by, of course, Brandon McManus. All right, 1st and 10 at their own 20, 9:26 to go, down 10. Far hash mark, receiver in motion. Handoff to the left side. That's going to be a carry for a 1st down, though, all the way out to almost the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Browns. Good carry, good play on 1st down. Of course, that was Judkins on the carry for 15 yards. They made it 14, so to the 34. He has 13 carries for 49 yards now. Oh, thanks for being here, Mac. Appreciate it. I knew you great minds think alike here. All right, handoff. Judkins again. That's a 1st down. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Chased out of bounds at the 28. And look out. Here come the Browns. They just stuck to the ground game. And they are driving. And there's still plenty of time to go. Not liking that. Oh, hello, Sinbin Admin. Welcome. Meow, meow. All right, Packers defense needs to wake up here. I'm not sure what the delay is here. 8:15, clock rolling. 8:11, snap to Flacco. Back to pass, swings it out to 34. Missed a tackle, gains about 1. To about the 27. 2nd and 9. Come on, at least hold him to a field goal attempt. Parsons heads to the sideline. I think he's just tired. 2nd and 9. I don't think it's injury related. We know it's hot, probably humid now that, especially since it's raining. 7:42 to go in the game. Just make the Browns choose some clock. Packers offense is going to have work to do when they get it back. Back to throw, caught near the 22. Spins, misses a tackle, and gets the 1st down. What are we doing, Green Bay? First and 10. And that was number 44 on the catch. They're at about the 13. That is Harold Fannin Jr. on the catch. Quay Walker should have had him wrapped up. McDuffie bounced off of him and missed. Then Williams missed. Packers having trouble tackling on this drive. Quay recovered and finally brought him down. At the 14, 6:55 to go. Handoff, Judkins up the middle. That gets maybe a yard to the 13. We'll see what they spot it as. It is 2nd and 9. All right, 6:35 to go. Flacco in the huddle. Man, Packers got to pick up some first downs next drive. Maybe they'll get lucky, keep them out of the end zone. We'll see. 2nd and 9. Got to figure it might be 4-down territory, though, for the Browns. But I don't know. I guess you do take the field goal if you have to. But we're not there yet. 2nd and 9. Shotgun back to pass. Throws in the end zone. Overshot everybody. Incomplete. Threw it away. 3rd and 9. 6:06 to go. Huge play coming up. And again, if they can get off the field here on 3rd down, maybe they get the Browns to settle for a field goal. Boy, that 2 big runs sparked this drive, and then a busted, 3 missed tackles on what should have been a easy, 2nd or 3rd down. And now we're here at 3rd and 9. Clock stopped, 6:06. 7 on the play clock. Shotgun, back to pass. Lob play to the sideline, incomplete. Threw it early and incomplete, and we got a late flag. What's this call? Packers hoping for OPI, but I'm doubting they get it. Oh, he pointed the wrong way. It's Javon Bullard with a holding, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty and a first down. So we'll be 1st and goal from about the 8. That was a late flag. Yeah, I guess he did. He did have his jersey. If he doesn't tug the jersey, maybe he gets away with the contact at the line of scrimmage, but the jersey pull, I think, sealed it. That's unfortunate. Browns have all 3 timeouts. 1st and goal from the 8. Stopped at 6:02. Handoff to Judkins. Pushes forward inside the 5. They might give him the 4. 2nd and goal. Come on, defense. Again, if they can just keep the Browns grinding the clock and then their offense pick up some first downs next drive, it might not matter. Definitely a struggling game for both offenses. They're going to mark him at the 5. I thought maybe he had the 4. 2nd and goal from the 5. We're down to 5:30. The Browns have taken almost 4 minutes off the clock, so that's pretty big. Packers could have used more time on their last drive. Judkins tackled short at about the 3. 3rd and goal coming up. All right, let's not even discuss it. Parsons was back out there on the play. Again, I think he needed a breather earlier. He helped blow up the play. Wyatt had early push up the field, but he was not a factor. Parsons, I think, got the tackle. Under 5 to go. 3rd and goal from about the 3. Far hash mark. Receivers 2 to each side and a back to his left. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Throws over the middle. Dropped in the end zone. And, of course, they look around for, late flag. You have got to be kidding me. They're going to get Keyshawn Nixon. Doesn't matter what the call is. It is pass interference. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 1. What a ripoff. Let's see the replay. Gosh darn it. It was Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, the former Denver Bronco. Yeah, I don't know. I guess. No arguing that. He had both hands on him. All right, 1st and goal from the 1. Deep back, I formation. Flacco under center. Fakes the handoff. Back to pass at the 12. Throws it incomplete. Hopper on the coverage. And we'll have 2nd and goal with 4:40. Not sure why they didn't just run it up the middle with Judkins, but we'll take it. They faked the handoff to him. 2nd and goal from the 1 after the penalty to Keyshawn Nixon. And also one on Javon Bullard to keep the drive going for the Browns. All right, from the 1, far hash mark. Again, Judkins in I formation. Looks like they have a defensive lineman at tight end, too. It's not Garrett. Judkins on the handoff. Met short. No gain. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Good push-up field by Williams. And we got another flag. I hope it's holding on the Browns because this is getting a little insane here. Yes, a chop block. Replay 2nd down. So 2nd and goal, and that'll push the Browns back. If it's a personal foul, it's 15 yards. So that'll give the Browns a 2nd and goal from the 16. All right, huge penalty on the Browns. Where's the chop block? They haven't circled the player. Maybe somebody hit him high and low. Boy, I didn't see it. I don't. Oh, okay, they hit Wyatt under the legs. Okay, I missed it live. I think they circled the wrong or highlighted the wrong player. 2nd and goal from the 16. Shotgun back to pass. 4-man rush. Swings it to 34 at the 20. He's taken down. They'll give him maybe the 20. They're going to have a 3rd and goal from the 20. Got to imagine the Boo Birds are out now. If not now, soon. That was a swing pass to 34 of the Browns. The 4-man pass rush hit home in a hurry, too. That is Jerome Ford. That's probably a loss of 4. 3rd and goal from the 20. Clock rolling, under 4 minutes to go. In shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side. Flacco back to throw, dumps it short to him again, and he gets maybe the 17, and Javon Bullard is not getting up. That's a problem. Field goal coming up, and stop on the clock at 3:45. Yeah, they really have no choice, and Javon Bullard isn't moving. He is face down. Oh, crap. Oh, man. 4th and goal. They are going to send out the kicking unit. That's the right call. 4th and goal. It's the right call, though. They need 2 scores. They're going to have to. Yeah, Bullard injured. It was another short pass to Ford. They got 3 of the 4 yards back. Not throwing downfield. Again, Flacco, limited time. Let's hope Javon Bullard is okay. Oh, looks like the Rams got a field goal blocked by the Eagles, so it's still a 5-point lead. Like 8.5 to go in the game. Steelers driving. Rodgers under center from the Pats 21, 1st and 10. Handoff goes nowhere. And that's a loss on the play of at least 1. Maybe a no gain if they gave him forward progress. 2 timeouts Steelers, 3 for the Pats. Oh, yeah, let's check in on WNBA. I'll take a win any day. I just don't like the injuries, though. Between Banks and Tom and now Bullard. I hope it's not serious. Oh, yeah, definitely need to improve the run game. And I think missing Tom and Banks can be pinned on that a little bit as well. Jordan Morgan with a rough game. And don't forget, Rasheed Walker had a face mask issue. He had to have it replaced on that one drive. I think they ended up scoring on that drive, though. Yeah, I know. That didn't look good for Bullard. He didn't move either. I could see him breathing. That was it. Yeah. Hoping for the best. 2:37 to go in Las Vegas. Okay, Bullard's walking under his own power, so that's a good sign. 33-31. Helmet off, though. He hit Clay Walker on the helmet. I don't even think he made a tackle. Kick is on the way. Packers almost blocked it, but it is good. So Packers now lead by 7, but there's only 3:42 remaining after the field goal. Packers offense needing some timeouts. Wouldn't anticipate a onside kick. The Browns defense has played well today too. Another quick timeout. Browns will kick it off. Yeah, it did. It looked like Bullard helmet hit Quay like maybe in the neck or like ear hole. He was walking under his own power, but he obviously had his helmet off. I'm sure he's being evaluated probably for a concussion. So, yeah, good news. Hopefully he doesn't have to miss any time, but, too early to speculate. All right, 35-yard field goal by Smith, I guess, S-Z-M-Y-T, or is it Smite? With, 3:38 to go. I thought I had fixed the clock. All right, so we'll see what the Browns do. They do have all 3 timeouts. Packers need, at minimum, 1 first down. I'd be much more comfortable with 2 first downs. Heck, I'd be much more comfortable if we get this field goal right back. Packers offense needs to show something in the ground game. As a result, they kind of abandoned it on the last drive, and Love was off target in the rain. Now it's sunny. Taken from the 10. Savion Williams out past the 30, tackled late out of bounds at about the 33, with 3:33 in the fourth, so threes are wild. 83 on the return. 1st and 10, Green Bay at about their own 33, but didn't see it. We had a late flag. What's this for? Looks like extra point. All right, holding. So that's they declined one and they accepted one against Lucas Van Ness. Parsons on the sideline looking hot. He's trying to cool off. It is like 83 and assuming very humid since they did have some more rain in Cleveland. All right. 1st and 10 for the Packers with 3:33 to go. Not sure where they've spotted the ball. It's back at their own 18-yard line after the holding penalty on Lucas Van Ness. Looks like it is Jacobs. Oh, it was an end around to Golden. He picks up 2, falls forward, maybe gets 2 more, so a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. And it looks like the Browns probably used their first timeout with 3:25 to go. As we get a check in on the Dallas warm-ups for Dak. Or no, the Chicago warm-ups for the Cowboys. In Chicago, my bad. Forgot they were in Soldier Field today. Each team, 2 timeouts, 2nd and long. It's either 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6. It is 2nd and 6. All right. Jacobs, the deep back. We got Musgrave and Kraft to the far side, and receivers to each side as well. He motions, and they hand it off to the receiver again. It's Golden. This time he gets maybe 2 or 3 out to the 30, so it'll be not the 30. Sorry, probably the 25. It'll be about a 3rd and 4. Okay, they say 3rd and 3. And another timeout at 3:18 for Cleveland. Packers must get a timeout here. Can't let the defense go right back out after that lengthy drive by the Browns. They are down to 1 timeout. So do you get aggressive and throw, or do you make them take their final timeout and only have the 2-minute warning? 2 straight end arounds by Golden, and they're in a 3rd and 3 from the 25. All right, huge play in this game. Game on the line. 3rd and 3 from their own 25. In shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side. Dobbs to the near side. Throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. Where was frickin' Love going? On the return, Love makes the hit. Jacobs, they finally get him down near the 5. What on earth was that, Jordan Love? I don't even know who he was throwing to. Terrible turnover. Browns still preserve a timeout, and they're going to have a 1st and goal after the turnover. First turnover of the game for the Packers. I don't know if Kraft wasn't on the same page. Love just threw it to a spot and never saw number 9, and he stepped in front of it. He may have been trying to go to Wicks. Love tried to make the hit outside the 10. Couldn't do it. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I think it was a bad throw to Wicks, even if it had gotten through. I don't know what hey, old rounder, bro. Yeah, you are right. That was awful. 1st and goal from the 4. Packers defense in a tough spot here with a narrow 7-point lead. Throw to the end zone. Of course, there's pass interference on Evan Williams, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 1 at 3:04, unless it was holding. Doesn't matter. Either way, 1st and goal. It was DPI. Unbelievable. Looks like the Texans tied it up at 10. Jaguars have a 4th and 2, under 7 to go. They did a crosser, no interference. I mean, no interference like a pick play, I meant, by the Browns. So, clean play. Clock stops at 3:04, too. Another. Williams sits down. Gary on the bench, too. 1st and goal. Handoff. Up the middle. Touchdown. Unbelievable. 3:01, and we got a brand new ball game. Horrible throw by Jordan Love, and leads to 6 points for the Browns. And now the fans finally rejoicing in Cleveland. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm just in shock. Yep, not good. And yeah, the pass interferences are bad. Yep, this is not a good game. Was just 10-0 not too long ago, and now suddenly it's 10-10. Huge extra point. Maybe they block it or miss it. Bad snap. Slice it, hook it. Nope, right down the middle. It is 10-all. Okay, Packers offense. Jordan Love, you really need to redeem yourself here. 2 timeouts and 3:01 plus the 2-minute warning to work with. Not good here. Hopefully, worst case scenario, we're headed to overtime. But can't count on that. The Packers defense is starting to get gassed here in the 4th quarter on this hot, humid day in Cleveland. In the mistake by the lake. All right, a Fever up 37-34 over the Aces. Judkins pumping the crowd. He did have the 1-yard carry for the touchdown. 1:12 to go, 2nd quarter in Las Vegas. They trail by 3. Judkins creeping up to 100 yards, 18 for 94, 1 touchdown, a 38-yard long. That's what sparked that field goal drive, and now this terrible throw by Love's interception. Kick taken at the 5 by Savion Williams, up past the 30, out near the 35, still on his feet, pushing hard to the 40. The Packers offense with great field position. Special teams get a spark, and no penalties, so we'll take it. Sorry if I yelled in the mic. All right, 1st and 10. Oh, I forgot to give the Browns the ball on their 1st and goal. I do apologize. Didn't switch the possession arrow. No, N1 Packers fan. Relax. As Aaron Rodgers used to say, RELAX. 10 points in 37 seconds for the Browns. 1st and 10, their own 40, far hash. Love changing something. 2 receivers each side. Looks like Jacobs with him in the backfield. Shotgun, back to throw. 1st and 10. Throws, left sideline. And Dobbs looked like he got interfered with and no call. Late flag. They finally get it. Very late flag at 2:47. So it should be 1st and 10 in Cleveland territory. Yeah, call it both ways, please. Thank you, Sir Ref. Harden on the pass interference. He definitely had Dobbs by both shoulder pads. He got beaten off the line of scrimmage. Dobbs came back because it was overthrown. And, yeah, he got hit early. No chance for Dobbs to even get a hand on it. The coverage was way early. All right, 1st and 10, 2:47 after the penalty. Spot the ball at the other 40. So a 20-yard DPI call. 12 for 65 for the Packers. I think 6 for 90 or something for the Browns. Pass to Kraft. Takes it inside the 30. Down to the 25. Tripped up at about the 22. 2:37. Clock rolling. Another 1st down. Packers. And they don't have to snap it before the 2-minute warning. Play clock was at 30 seconds. Game clock at 2:29. So they don't have to snap it before the 2-minute warning. Kraft just beat number 9 on the coverage and then cut it back upfield. Well, they have. They did end arounds to Golden. Well, we got the spark. We got a spark out of the special teams return on the kickoff. And then we got a spark on a 20-yard DPI. Bad penalty by the Browns. All right, 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 for the Packers. They have 2 timeouts. Browns only 1. So the Packers could just try to run the clock out and get closer. But let's see what they try to do here. I think they're going to spot it at the 22. Oh, was that his first TD of his career? I know, obviously, of the year, I think. I'd have to look. Pat's down 7, a 3rd and long. They're going to have a 4th and like 1 or 2 inside the Steelers 30. 1:11 to go in the game. New England only has 1 timeout. Well, they have. Savion had 1 carry, I think. Or 2 carries. -1. 2 was as long. Okay, thanks for the info. Yeah, I'm happy for Fitzpatrick. I'm glad he stuck around as the 3rd tight end. I don't know if they still have Ben Sims. I'll have to look that up. I got to get some water. I'll be right back. Oh. All right. And no, this isn't. I wish this was a Dobbs jersey. It's a good old Jordy Nelson jersey. But limited choices for road jerseys. It's either this or old Adams, which is current McManus. Uh-oh, doesn't look like the Pats got the 1st down. Yeah, turnover on downs, so that should just be about it. Pittsburgh's going to win on the road in New England to improve to 2-1. Pats are going to drop to 1-2. Drake May didn't throw it far enough, or the route wasn't ahead of the sticks, thrown short of the 1st down on 4th and 1. Don't understand that. Nice offensive call by, who is that? Josh McDaniel. And I forgot their D coordinator, too. Rough spot for, what's his name? The former Titans coach. All right, not bad. We're at the 2-minute warning. Game's only about 2 hours and 50 minutes. We have had several injuries. Not a ton of incompletions. Couple of turnovers. Flacco's was late in the first half as they were trying to get into field goal range or go for a touchdown. Shotgun, handoff, or delayed handoff up the middle. Jacobs falls forward for maybe 1. Belton there. Browns use their first or final timeout, make it. I don't know what happened. Did Josh lose this? Ooh, yeah. I think he recovered it himself. Whoa. And that'll be the last timeout for the Browns. They are helpless to stop the clock now. Jacobs, I think, recovered. I hope they're not looking at this. Hope it was just marked as 2nd and 9. As we're getting several looks, I'm afraid to look. What is the call on the field? I don't understand. He recovered it. Yeah, tie goes to the offense. I don't want to hear any garbage about this being a turnover. He had it first. Oh, of course they're looking at it. This cannot get overturned. I don't know what they called on the field, but this is a Josh Jacobs fumble and recovery. Eagles down 5 at the 2-minute warning, 2nd and goal from the 9, or 8.5. Hurts throws, caught maybe at the 4. Yeah, they gave him the catch. How is this not a recovery by Jacobs? He has his right hand on the ball. He had his right arm on the ball before the Brown reached in. Why is this taking this long? All right, come on. This shouldn't be taking this long. All right, booth review. Yeah, I should just say that, booth review, but it's covered up anyways. Oh, come on. But Josh has his right yellow glove on the ball. He has it before Bush reaches in. This is BS if this gets overturned. All right. Packers get the ball back. That is the last time out for the Browns. That was huge. Josh, you got to wrap it up. Got to have both hands on the ball. Inexcusable at this point. Stefanski obviously upset, but I'm sorry. There was nothing they could do. They ruled it a recovery on the field. Jacobs had his right arm on the ball. Dead ball. I don't see what the big controversy is. Obviously, he wanted the ball, but there's no beef. Handoff to Jacobs goes nowhere. He's going to lose one. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. The clock will roll, though. Packers should be able to take it. You know, if they run it one more time, we'll be well under a minute to go. And they can take a timeout and then line up for the field goal. It is 3rd and 10 after a loss of 1. McManus warming up with the net. Now taking a drink with his helmet off. Spit it right out. 3rd and 10. 6 on the play clock. Handoff to Jacobs. And I think, flag? Or the... Oh, jeez. This is offsides, hopefully, on the Browns. Or... A lot of penalties today. Freaking Rasheed Walker false started. You have got to be kidding me. So 3rd and 15. Stops the damn clock. They put 2 seconds back on. Come on. Not a good day for Jordan Morgan, Rasheed Walker. Heath had a false start as well, I think. From the Browns' 27.5-yard line, shot or handoff to the back. Jacobs plows forward just inside the 25. It'll be 4th and at least 11. Clock continues to roll. Packers will send out McManus eventually. They'll probably take a timeout. There'll be like 26 seconds left when they take their timeout. Bless you, Sin Bin Admin. All right. 4th and 13, actually. That must have been only a 2-yard gain. Packers going to wait till 1 second and take their timeout. I guess with 27 seconds. So I was off by a second. All right. They'll send McManus out there. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's a bit of a shocker. The Panthers not only winning big, but shutting out the Falcons. Although they did only have field goals till late, I think, against. Here's the snap, the kick from the right. Oh, it's blocked. No, the Browns have it at the 48-yard line. Oh, my goodness. There's 21 seconds to go. And the Packers special teams units rears its ugly head. Oh, my gosh. I cannot believe this. Oh, my gosh. What an ugly game. Bitter disappointment for the Packers. The Browns are out of timeouts. Going to need the left edge. Somebody got beaten badly. It was Tucker Kraft. No, I guess it was up the middle. So it wasn't Kraft's fault. Who got the hand? Oh, somebody over 73. I forgot who that is. Somebody got their big arm in the air. 1st and 10, Browns. And I don't know if the Packers called timeout. Nope. Packers had encroachment into Packer territory now. So even closer. And no time taken off the clock. I cannot believe this. Yeah, they are snatching defeat from the jaws of victory in this case, blowing a 10-0 4th quarter lead. 1st and 5 from the Packer 48 now. Shotgun, back to pass, throws to the left flat, out of bounds near about the 45 with 17 seconds to go. 2nd and probably like 1 or 2. Oh, they call it 2. Wow. I'm just in shock. Guess the Packers got caught looking ahead to the Cowboys. I don't know. Yeah, it's terrible. I agree. Oh, hello, Father Time. Yep. 2nd and 2. Flacco in shotgun. Back to pass. Rush doesn't get home. It's thrown incomplete down the sideline. 3rd and 2 with 12 seconds. Ay, ay, ay. That pick by Love looming large here. And then the blocked field goal because the Packers' god-awful special teams can't get the job done. And 3rd and 2 from the Packer 45. Can't give up anything here. Shotgun, back to pass, thrown over the middle, caught. They have 7 seconds to go, though. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. They clock it. So 2nd and 10 with 2 seconds to go, and they'll send their field goal kicker out. And probably not out of his range. Good play by Flacco. Quick hitter over the middle. Williams in coverage. They're down to about they're inside the 40, about the 37, I think. So about a 55-yard attempt for the victory. Packers maybe will ice the kicker. They did it too early. All right, that's it. They have one timeout. Can't call back-to-back timeout. So after this, we'll get it. Yeah, they did just ice the kicker, yes. Packers have one left. Browns are out of timeout. Oh, actually, I guess I missed one. The Packers are out of timeouts. When did they use their other timeout? TV says they're out. Okay, I wasn't aware. I thought they had two left. Both teams out of timeouts. 55-yarder coming up right down the middle. They're setting up like right on the 45, like where the Browns helmet at center, comes into play. All right, 16 on the play clock. 15. Snap, hold, kick, down the middle, and good. But a flag. I'm wondering if the Packers had leverage. We'll see what the call is. I'm assuming it's on the Packers. Browns are celebrating. Well, embarrassment for Green Bay on the road. Are we going to get this penalty call? Yep, it was on the defense. Browns win. Wow. Disappointment. Can't say I'm not disappointed here. Unreal ending. Interception by Love led to 7 points to make it 10-10. Then the Packers field goal unit gets a field goal blocked, and then the defense gives up just enough for a 55-yard attempt. Defense was gassed. That's it. Packers dropped to 2-1. Browns improved to 1-2. I'm in shock. Well, it's an AFC loss, so that's the only bright spot for the Packers. Doesn't cost you as much as an NFC loss, but still disappointing. They snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Or they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, an easy victory. 33-26. Eagles blocked a Rams field goal and picked it up and went the other way. What was that game at? That's what I was afraid going to happen when the Packers got their field goal blocked. So what was the situation? They just went to this game. Eagles blocked a field goal and scored a touchdown. So they must have been down. Let's see. What was the call? Where is that game? Did they get a final in that game? I don't think so. Yeah, 27-26. They just won it. What were the Rams doing? What? Why were they kicking it? So the Rams just lost, and I don't understand why. 33-26. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. They were down. They didn't kick the extra point. Okay, that makes more sense. 33-26. Because the Fox score bug on Red Zone had 27-26. So I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't realize it was 33. 33-26. Eagles come back on the Rams. There it is. 33-26. Okay, I was confused. I was like, why, Okay, so they were down 1 and got the field goal blocked and returned, so they lost by 7. Oh, yeah, 1 second. Thanks, Fish. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hope to see you for Mercury links. We'll check in on the Aces game. Yeah, hopefully the Packers wake up because that was god-awful. Definitely the offense is struggling. I mean, you can't blame the defense. Love just about gave them 7 points. It was nearly a pick 6. Defense was gassed. The Browns had just had a lengthy drive for a field goal when Love threw an absolute horrible pick. And then the special teams let them down. So I can't really blame the defense. You hold a team to 13 points, you should win the game. Your offense shouldn't be struggling with only 10 points and a blocked field goal to show for the day. So pin this one on the offense and special teams. Really not the defense's fault. They continue to play brilliant. They may have given up their first. Nope, they still haven't given up 100 yards on the ground to any team yet this game, this season. All right. Halftime, Fever up 41-36 over the Aces. Again, I'm going to rest my voice and be ready in 50 minutes. That would be 6 straight hours of calling games. That's a bit much for me. Yeah. They did ice the kicker. Yep, sad finish, Mac. Here's the schedule coming up. Thanks, Mac. You're welcome, Fish. Yes, Jeremy Moss. We will do Phoenix, Minnesota on ESPN, 4 o'clock. Bucks lining up for a 43-yard field goal. Snack. That kick is blocked. Another blocked kick. The Jets scoop it up. Can they return it? Why are we seeing the sideline? That's a touchdown. They just tied the Bucks up. This is wild. What is going on? We've had 3 straight games with a blocked kick. Packers, I mean, not to end the game. Yeah, it would have been nice if the Packers had blocked one. Then Eagles blocked one, and now the Jets block one, and 2 of them returned for touchdowns. This is unreal. Broncos Chargers underway. Wow, number 9 just untouched, and he's the one that picked it up and took it in for the touchdown for the Jets. Pending the extra point, they'll have the lead, but Bucks still have under 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to... No, Jeremy, I can't. I got to save my voice. 45-36. It's a 9-point game. Game's on ABC. I still have 2 more games to call, so I don't want to do 6 straight hours. Going to take a quick rest and watch the end of these games. All right, Packers, 183 yards passing. Jordan Love, a touchdown, and that awful pick. No, I'm not. I'm doing the Chiefs-Giants. I'm not doing Bears-Cowboys. I'm sorry. No, I'm doing Mercury-Lynx. I'm doing the other WNBA game, the other semifinal. Nothing on the ground for the Packers. That was definitely hurting the offense. And losing Zach Tom early and eventually Banks, but not going to make any excuses. Packers should have beat the Browns in Cleveland today. 4 for 52 for Golden, 5 for 44 for Jacobs. Flacco, no touchdowns. The pick was only to end the first half. No harm. Judkins, a great day. 18 for 94 and a touchdown. Njoku, 5 catches for 40. Gary, 2 sacks. That's it. And the Browns came up with 5 sacks. That one was definitely on Love. All right, that's going to do it. Jets are kicking off. All right, I'm going to take a break. Thanks, everybody. Please like and subscribe before you head out. We'll see you in 47 minutes for Mercury Lynx. Until then, take care. It's the Sinbin Stream signing out. We'll see you shortly. Bye-bye.